Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad,
Yeah.
baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause some pain, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up.
Only God
this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, I'm live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, I'm live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Baby, I'm bad.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Let me hop into the Discord because I know at one point FPS Diesel's going to be calling in, so I'm just going to be doing it from here until he decides he is going to call in, because apparently he has things to say. I watched both Chris's and Omegon's videos on this. Great, because I haven't watched any of these videos. I will say I tried to watch Essence of Thoughts video, and I couldn't get past 10 minutes of it. I absolutely couldn't get past 10 minutes of it. So we're gonna try to hammer through it together. This video was horrible video. I don't know what else to say about that. Listen, I would have been fine if there was voice inflections, you know, or something. It's just the monotone. I don't know how people can watch Essence. It is okay. So, you know, and then she put hashtag just another Illuminati. I know you are not comparing Vangelina to Illuminati. No, E. Martinez, it is not that. Don't do that here. E. Martinez, do not do that here. Nope. Yeah, we're gonna have to use the buddy system to get through this. Yeah, true, Janelle. Essence of Thought is a creator who requires you to sit down and pay attention and don't have the brain power for it. Yeah, that's why we're doing it together. She says Vangelina is like Blair because she immediately threatened legal action. Well, I mean, when you're telling me that you want to take 30% of what I made of my video, damn right I'm getting a hold of my lawyer. I'm just saying. Ethel is not wrong, and it's so maddening nobody has actually stood up about any of this or the Rachel Oates saga. Oh God, I can't wait until Diesel joins. Because I literally just found out about the Rachel Oates saga. And I'm not very impressed with Ethel. Just saying. Which is not the case. Ethel threatened to extort her, and Vangelina was like, yeah, I forwarded this to my lawyer. It's not the same. Yeah. Yep. Well, we're going to go through both videos. I can't guarantee we can watch the entire video by Essence of Thought. Because, I hate to say it, but it's kind of a dog shit video. I'm going to be honest. So, put a 1 in the chat if you are ready to go. I'm going to 1.5. Because we're going to barrel through this video. Because they ain't no damn way. Alright. I want to see something first before I do this.
Rachel Oates on the first.
Pause. Rachel defends VangelinaSkov's plagiarism of disabled creators. What? Okay. Okay. How many videos have they made about Rachel Oates? Are they a Rachel Oates hate channel? No, it's not that many. Okay, it's not the whole channel. So apparently they put out a new video here. I don't know. I might watch it. We ain't watching it here tonight, though. I can tell you that much now.
And they certainly...
Okay, pause. We at 1.5? We're at 1.5. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you're ready to go. Yeah, I heard there's a rabbit hole to go down, too. And I'm thinking if maybe I'm going to do that. Where? Why? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Something's not right. Hello? 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 Why? Wait. Am I in the right? No, I'm not in the right one. Okay, there we go. Now I'm in the right one. Yeah, okay. Now I'm in the right one. There we go. To use disability and victimization as a weapon against someone is wrong. I understand someone not citing sources and wanting to be credited is one thing. It's another to demand payment for a video. You know, when I heard that it was screenshots in a video, it reminds me of my good old T-channel days. I remember when one T-channel would put up screenshots and another T-channel would take those screenshots and put it in their video, and there was always fights about, that was my screenshot, I took that screenshot. So then what the T-channel started to do was when they posted a screenshot on Twitter, they would put a watermark with their channel name on it. It was, yes, and Stan, you know what I'm talking about, the watermarks. Yup. Yeah, they used to put watermarks on their receipts. So that way, if you sold that receipt, you have a big old watermark of the channel who got that receipt. That was the good old days. Yeah, don't forget to go in the live chat. All right, let's start this. And I told Diesel jump in whenever he wants to.
Hello there YouTube, it's been a while and we'll cover why that is and where I've been towards the end of the video. But first, we have something much more important to talk about, and that's the fact that our research on this channel has been plagiarized by another YouTuber, VangelinaSkov, who, after being approached by me, seemingly tried to scare me off using the threat of lawyers. That's right, mere months after H-Bomber Guy released his bombshell of a video on this very topic, someone who has dozens of videos covering Illuminati's death spiral thought it'd be a great idea to just rip myself and a bunch of other people off, only to then double down in the exact same way Illuminati did when caught in the act. Oh, it's going to be one of those videos. But before we continue, a quick content warning for the following. Sexual...
But was she... SA? Grooming? I don't know what this is. What is this? What? I literally don't know what transmissia is. What does that mean? I don't know. I'm a boomer. Diesel, do not laugh at me. Transmissia is ultra transphobia. Okay. Oh, it's a new term for transphobia. Advanced transphobia. My God. Okay. All right. misgendering, and injury. What are you saying with this warning that Vangelina did to you? Please don't tell me they're trying to say Vangelina groomed her, or essayed her, or injured her in any way. Oh, it means trans hatred rather than transphobia, which means trans fear. Got you. Thank you, Diesel. I appreciate that. Oh, it's for Lily Orchard. Yeah, because see, I don't know anything about Lily Orchard either, bro. I'm so out of the loop. All right, let's keep going.
Assault, grooming, transmisia, misgendering, and injury. If you like our work and appreciate the research put into each video, please consider supporting the channel via Patreon. You can also support us by liking, commenting, and sharing this video on social media. I'd also just like to take the time to remind our viewers that the statements made throughout our videos are the opinions of myself, the host, based on the evidence I have available to me. They are not and should not be taken as unquestionable fact, which is why we reference everything, because we're fallible. Thus we strive to give you, the viewer, the ability to check all evidence for yourself in order to make up your own mind, which is what the reference numbers in the top left corner are for, being numbers that match up with the reference list found in the transcript linked down below.
Okay, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not trying to be a math magician while we're doing this. Just tell me what she did and end it. I don't give a shit about the rest. I really don't. I really don't. I just want to know what she did. I don't understand why this video has to be an hour long. All right, let's go.
As such, we encourage all viewers to do their own research to reach an informed conclusion about the topic.
Okay, Xylie, just a fair warning. You might have a stroke during one nuclear take she has during the transmisia segment. Oh, God. Really? Really? Okay, we can do this. We got this. All right, everybody, get your buddy. You have 5 seconds to get your buddy. Buddy up. We're going to do the buddy system during this. All right, get your buddy right now. Everybody get a buddy. My buddy is Diesel, because I know Diesel's hopping in here at one point. Everybody get your buddy. Buddy system. Nicole, you have to find yourself a buddy. I am not assigning buddies. Diesel, what? Yeah. Are we going to have to go through the whole story to get to what Vangelina said or did?
Okay. That's a loaded question, Xylie. That's a loaded question.
What do you mean? How is that a loaded question?
Okay. Well, like, I gave you the TLDR, so you should be good enough.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
But it's less about what Vangelina did and definitely more about who Vangelina knows, in my opinion. But that will require outside knowledge. But no, this video is just bad enough anyway, so we could just look at it, okay?
Oh God! Oh God! I'm gonna end up in a rabbit hole doing this, aren't I?
Yeah, it's a big one.
Oh,
it's big.
I mean, fuck it, let's go, right?
Topic. Hi there, my name's Thurston, she, her, they, them, and today we're going to be talking about the fact that VangelinaSkov ripped off literal years of hard work and presented said work as her own in her recent video, Lily Orchard, YouTube's Biggest Creep. We'll also be discussing how she or her management firm, Solaro Management, tried to bluff me into backing down via escalating the matter to their lawyer, which, if you couldn't tell by the video, failed. Now there's a surprise. The work I'm talking about is, of course, our 7-part series on Lily Orchard, more specifically the following 5 videos, each to varying degrees. Lily Orchard encouraged a friend to groom a minor. Lily Orchard grooms her audience with victim testimony.
Who is Lily Orchard?
I don't know, a pedophile or something. It's really not important in the grand scheme of this story.
Okay, alright.
Lily Orchard sexted a 16-year-old, second victim testimony, debunking Lily Orchard's pro-child predator arguments, and lastly, Lily Orchard's pro-child predator fanfic, Stockholm. The production for the series took a long time. Myself and Levi began working on the series in January of 2020. You see, in December of 2019, I'd given Lily Orchard a shout-out in one of my videos, presenting her as a safe person due to the way she projects an unabashed hostility towards sexual predators, very rarely seen, only for me to be approached by someone 2 days later about her history of Stockholm. Both myself and Levi began our own solo investigations, during which I removed the links to Lily's channel before reconvening a day or 2 later. Both of us had reached the same conclusion of, holy shit, there's even more. I immediately nuked the video, issued an apology, and got to work. I feel compelled to note that I nuked the video, in spite of the fact that it was, and to this day remains, the one and only time I discussed being groomed as a 15-year-old, along with how I was subsequently chased out of the furry fandom on YouTube after I blew the whistle on the—
Whoa! What? Wait a minute!
being groomed as a 15-year-old, along with how I was
subsequently chased out of the furry.
You see, Vangelina doing a video on this is like really bad because in the past they were a victim, and so this is just like that time, but not as bad.
Wait, so is this is she Ethel?
This is Ethel.
This is Ethel? Okay.
Yes.
Ethel's a furry?
No, Ethel was chased out of the fur. She's a furry expat. I don't know if she's really a furry. It doesn't matter that she's a furry.
I mean,
it's such a small footnote in the grand scheme of things. No, trust me, you're gonna learn about Ethel's entire like medical history and background on this fucking thing.
What?
Chased out of the furry fandom on YouTube after I blew the whistle on the 30-year-old man who groomed me. That's actually what led me to create the channel Essence of 4, acting as a new start for myself. So it was an incredibly personal video, making it difficult to destroy, but we deemed it too dangerous to remain up. I also felt personally responsible to everyone that had seen the video before it was taken down, thus setting myself to alerting as many people to the danger as possible. We made a couple of posts before beginning work on what was, at the time, planned to be a single video. As for our investigation, researching, planning, and writing the video turned out to be an absolute nightmare. There was just so much going on, so many little things that connected in so many little ways. That's why, whilst I knew
Okay, can I say the hand movements are driving me insane?
Really? I figured the slow cadence of speech was really the big problem.
I'm at 1.5 and I'm about to put it at 1.75 because at 1.5 they sound normal.
No, play it at regular speed, just for like a second.
Oh, God.
I wanted to do the Incros video as a standalone piece, I didn't have any idea as to how...
No.
It's like you slowed them down.
No, I refuse. No, we ain't doing that today. Suicidal Sloth, thank you for being a member for 10 months. I appreciate it. Okay, we're going to 1.75.
We were going to do the rest. Figuring out that doing one video wasn't going to work for us because it didn't give these cases the time and attention they required is why the Incros video came out in April of 2021, yet the next video, the one with Glazed Testimony, that wouldn't come out until October of 2022. That's how much research and preparation was going into these videos. I remember sitting there for weeks, going through snapshots of Lily Watcher's Tumblr, just hundreds and hundreds of pages, looking for new stuff or trying to find old stuff that no longer had its original source. And when I was done with Lily Orchard, I moved on to her friends. This, by the way, is how I became so acquainted with the URL workings of FimFiction and FimFetch, leading to the realization and subsequent breakthrough in the Stockholm video that I'm still really proud of to this day. This really was our, gentlemen, we've got her. There was also the stuff in the back.
Does any of this have anything to do with what we're talking about?
Well, Ethel is trying...
Oh, you cut out. Diesel? Oh, God. We lost Diesel.
No.
Hello?
So taking the video is bad. Oh.
Wait, you cut out. So say that one more time.
Okay. Yeah, Ethel's trying to say that the video required a lot of work.
Okay.
So, you know, you're taking the video from her when you plagiarize her screenshots.
Oh, dear God.
Background that nobody thinks about, especially when it comes to topics like these. I remember back in 2020, 2021, Lily Orchard began talking about adopting. We scrambled like fighter pilots to try and figure out if there was anyone at all, we could reach out to have Lily Orchard's name flash red to any adoption agency should she actually follow through. There was also the background care for Glade, who, again, was one of Lily's victims. I had to make sure that they felt supported by me, whilst also ensuring that their testimony remained as unadulterated as possible. I didn't want to give anyone the chance to say that I had coached them, because that can be crushing for a victim. That's a hard tightrope to walk, let me tell you, especially when it comes to large issues like these. To give a specific example, I'm thoroughly anti-police, but was fully prepared to stand by Glade if he wanted to involve them, because the victim's autonomy is paramount. So there was a lot going on that you didn't see. Now, the reason I'm going on about all the work that went into the series is to try and help you understand why plagiarism feels, in many ways, so violating. It's not like I snap my fingers 3 times, the stars align, the video arises from the bosom of my brain. There's a lot of work that goes into what I do. So to spend literal years of your life on a single project, only to have someone come along and present said work as their own, monetizing your hard work 4 different ways, it really is depressing.
Okay. Now, if this is just about screenshots from a video, I can kind of understand where it's kind of like, I mean, damn, you could have said you got the screenshots from me. I get that, right? But if what I'm hearing is correct, and they're asking for 30% of her earnings from that video, bruh.
Now, it's 30% of earnings from all forms of revenue stream. which is quite a lofty sum, like a month of Patreon, the sponsor, the ad reads, like the everything, right? So it's not just 30% of ad rev that Ethel was asking for. It was 30% of all encompassing revenue gained via the video.
Oh my god. Okay.
I get that I might not seem the most impacted in this video, I'm probably cracking a few more jokes than usual, but that's not because it isn't bad, it's because I'm used to tackling people who want me dead because I'm trans. So this is still an improvement, but better than genocide isn't what I consider high praise. Suffice to say, when I discovered I'd been plagiarized, it did impact me, causing me to spiral. I burnt myself out at the end of last year, covering my personal trauma, only to need emergency dental work as I began feeling better, only to then break my foot. I haven't been able to find a suitable time to record anything I've been writing. As a result, I've been mentally punishing myself for not getting anything out. So to have someone come along and rip myself and Levi off, it fucking bricked me. It really did. I remember having to calm myself down before I approached Scout about the issue, hoping we could resolve things peacefully. Now, sadly, Scout didn't share my desire to have her fix things, and we'll get to exactly how she burnt me. But first, let's establish how I know, for a fact, that Scout stripped my series to make her own video. Starting with the hard data, the first thing I did when I realized I was being plagiarized was download Scout's video and begin cutting it up into sections. What I found was that a 30-minute section of her 38-minute video, starting from 2032, was ripped directly from mine, as shown in the clips raised into the second higher track. Though, to clarify one thing, when I went through it again, I did find 2 clips amounting to just over 1 minute 2 seconds that were her own original content. One being a 20-second remark about a book she read as a child, and another 40-second remark about Lily's writing tips, which, aside from as an introductory tool to the Inquo's video, I had absolutely no interest in covering. I'll still...
I hate the way this is laid out. Because she's just saying it and not actually... Does she actually show it?
Yes. She does go on to, like, quote-unquote, prove, as she claims, how it was stolen, quote-unquote.
Right.
But these are things that are, like, readily available publicly on the internet. So it's like, what are you on about, lady?
So Vangelina could have found the shit.
Yes. Or hypothetically, there could have been, let's say, a forum on the internet that screenshotted these and reposted it without saying, oh, these came from Ethel.
Right.
But to be honest, Ethel's a little late to the party because Lily Orchard was already being A-logged by certain communities online way before she got there.
Oh. Well, there you go. Okay.
Refer to it as the 30-minute section, just know that I'm only claiming 12 minutes of it. Now, throughout that 30-minute section, Scout presents 8 screenshots, 8 pieces of visual evidence, which he then spends the remaining time talking about. And it's those 8 screenshots that allow me to confirm, without a shadow of a doubt, that they were ripped directly from my video. How? Well, I'm glad you asked. I will be using 3 data points to confirm that these screenshots were ripped directly from our video. The first, and perhaps weakest data point, is zoom factor and layout. That is to say, not all of the images I took were taken at the same level of zoom, and when you zoom in and out on a page on Tumblr or Twitter, it doesn't merely pan in like a camera lens, every now and then it shifts things around. Take this example I grabbed whilst writing the script, taken from Stockholm Uberfan, The Last Alicorn. Here is the page at 100%, here is that same page at 175%, and here it is again at 200%. Notice how the layout of the page keeps changing. Therefore, if the layout of these 8 screenshots matches those seen in mine, that is conducive to the images having been ripped directly from our video, since, if any of them didn't match, that'd throw the whole thing off. Though again, this is perhaps the weakest piece of data on its own. The second data point, or perhaps points, are the backgrounds and profile pics being used in any given screenshot. Lily Orchard has periodically updated both her background and her profile pic dozens of times over the last couple of years. That means, if the background and profile pics throughout the screenshots match those seen in mine, that is further proof that the images have been ripped directly from our video. The third and final data point is a security feature personalized to me. As I'm sure you're aware by now, I am trans, and there is a safety tool out there, in use by trans people, that changes the usernames and links of users on certain sites based on whether they've been voted safe or dangerous to trans people.
I've seen that. Beckett showed me that, because Beckett has that on his Twitter. He showed me that. That was actually pretty cool. I didn't know that existed until he showed me.
Do Note is a deeply flawed app. Not everyone green is in fact safe, as we'll see in a second, but it is handy to weed out the reds.
For the love of sports for 10, plagiarism is used so much now. Like, these keep using that word, and I don't think it means what they think it means. We're all going to need a drink by the end of this. Here's for coffee. Thank you for the 10. I appreciate it.
Now, I say it's deeply flawed in who it marks green, because, you guessed it, Lily Orchard is marked green by default, meaning that enough people have voted her safe to trans people at one point in time to earn a green rating. What's particularly interesting about this data point, however, is the fact that when I first began gathering evidence, I didn't think to manually mark Lily Orchard as unsafe, but that changed halfway through. After all, she did groom trans minors. Yet I only made the switch in the midst of gathering evidence, meaning certain images have Lily Orchard's name and other periphery details in green, whilst other images show her name in red. This means that, in order for Skal's screenshots to have the same color as mine, she'd have had to, through some cosmic coincidence, install the same app, which is visibly absent from screenshots used earlier in her video, and change it at the very same time I did, whilst gathering the evidence in the exact same order as me. Suffice to say, this data point is more than enough on its own, but I wanted to include the other two to really nail this. If I get a perfect match along all 3 points, that is as close to proof of non-verbatim plagiarism as you can really get, aside from my written confession, of course. So let's start with the first image that appears in Skal's video at 22:16, taken from our Incros video as seen at 1:44. Let's overlay that using 50% transparency to reveal that yes, it's a 1-to-1 match on the zoom factor. Moving on next to the profile pic, since the background is not visible, we see Lily is sporting the exact same smug face on a purple background in both images. Lastly, looking at Lily Watch's username, we see that it is highlighted in green in both images, making this a...
There's a smoking gun.
But is this screenshot anywhere else besides her video?
Yes. Yeah, it quite possibly could be on something like Kiwi Farms. That's what I'm saying. And then on top of that, it's just like...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, okay.
perfect match. Moving on to the second image, which appears in Skal's video at 25:36, this one was copied from our video containing Glazed testimony, as seen at 16:35. Let's overlay that, revealing again a 1-to-1 match on the zoom factor. Moving on to the background and profile pic, we see Lily is in her purple phase, and she is using the same image of her avatar on a light background, staring to one side. Lastly, looking at the post date and number of notes, whilst not legible in Skal's copy, we can just about make out the red colouring, just like in the original, signaling that this was taken after I manually updated Lily's name on my end, once again making...
Okay, I just would like to say, but didn't technically Vangelina transform it by scratching out those words? Technically.
I mean, if we're gonna be the pedantic police, right? Yeah, I guess. But even then, it's just so minuscule of like a thing.
Yeah, I mean, come on, what?
And then also, yeah, it's not 100% perfect match. Just saying.
Yeah.
Like, the entire thing is scaled down anyway to fit it on the screen, so she could have just adjusted it to fit. Like that's really it.
Yeah.
The third image, which appears in Skal's video at 23:39, was again copied from our video containing Glazed testimony, as seen at 17:56. Let's overlay that, revealing again a 1-to-1 match on the zoom factor. Moving on to the background and profile pic, we see Lily was still in her paper phase so far as the background. Lastly, looking at the post date, account name, note this is Lily's art profile, and number of notes, we see that this was taken before I manually updated Lily's name on my end, making this another perfect match. The fourth image, which appears in Skal's video at 26:29, was again copied from our video containing Glazed testimony, as seen at 22:55. However, it was also shown again in the video containing Mackenzie's testimony, including at 30:29, a fact that will be important when we take a look at how even the stuff said between the screenshots that Skal personally presents as her own original thoughts were copied directly from the personal thoughts of both myself and Levi regarding this very same piece of evidence. So I just wanted to note that quickly. Let's overlay that, revealing again a 1-to-1 match on the zoom factor. Moving on to the background and profile pic, we see Lily in her purple phase, and she is using the same image of her avatar on a light background, staring to one side. We also see the number of notes in this one on Skal's copy.
Yeah, but how do you know, like, she ripped it directly from your video, though? If these got taken as screenshots and put somewhere else, how do you know Vangelina didn't get it from somewhere else? I don't get it.
Copy is just about legible at one note, same as my own screenshot. Lastly, looking at the post date, number of notes, and Lily's name, whilst difficult to read on Skal's copy, we can clearly make out the red colouring, especially around Lily's name, just like in the original, signaling that this was taken after I manually updated Lily's name on my end, once again, making this a perfect match. The fifth image, which appears in Skal's video at 28:15, was copied from my video debunking Lily Orchard's child predator arguments, as seen at 2:16. Let's overlay that, revealing again a 1-to-1 match on the zoom factor. Moving on to the background and profile pics, we not only see Lily in her purple phase, but this time has her bisexual profile pic, as seen at the bottom of the notes. Speaking of the notes, there are 6 other notes visible in Skal's copy, all of them containing the exact same profile pic and username as seen in my original, whilst also appearing in the exact same order. Lastly, looking at the post date, number of notes, and Lily's name, whilst difficult to read in Skal's copy, we can clearly make out the red colouring, especially around Lily's name, just like in the original, again, signaling that this was taken after I manually updated Lily's name on my end, once again, making this a perfect match. The sixth image, which appears in Skal's video at 28:18, was taken from the same video as before, as seen at 2:22. Let's overlay that, revealing again a 1-to-1 match on the zoom factor. Moving on to the background and profile pics, whilst we can't see Lily's profile...
Bro, this can't be over this. Is this really over this?
Well, this is the strongest piece of evidence that Ethel is producing first, right? You assume you put your best foot forward.
Oh my god.
profile pic in this image, what we can see are the purple background along with 6 individuals in the notes, all sporting the exact same profile pictures as the ones in my original image, all in the exact same order. Lastly, looking at the post date and number of notes, whilst difficult to read in Skav's copy, we can still make out the red colouring, just like in the original, again, signaling that this was taken after I manually updated Lily's name on my end, once again, making this a perfect match. The 7th image, which appears in Skav's video at 2842, was taken from the same video as before, as seen at 1908. Let's overlay that, revealing again a 1-to-1 match on the zoom factor. Moving on to the background and profile pics, of course, this is Twitter, yet we do see the same profile pic in both Skav's copy and my original. Lastly, looking at Lily's username and tag, we can clearly make out the red colouring, just like the original, signaling that this was taken after I manually updated Lily's name on my end, once again making this a perfect match. Bringing us to the 8th and final image, which appears in Skav's video at 3317 and was taken from our Stockholm video as seen at 1605. Let's overlay that, revealing, surprise surprise, a 1-to-1 match on the zoom factor. Moving on to profile pics, we see Lily has her bisexual avatar. Lastly, looking at Lily's username, we can clearly make out the red colouring, just like the original, signaling for one final time that this was taken after I manually updated Lily's name on my end, once again, making this a perfect match. So that's 8 for 8, perfect matches on all images along these 3 data points, including one which was personally tailored to my own preferences. That is confirmation that these images were ripped directly from my video. Another data point that the keen-eyed amongst you might have noticed is that every single image, and indeed the very layout of this 30-minute section, follows the exact same order as our series. I was in a lot of distress when I first realized we'd been plagiarized, so Levi jumped in to grab the timestamps in Skav's video along with my originals, once again proving that he is the best bird a girl could ask for. And he was the one who noticed that he didn't have to jump between videos to do so. Skav had not only ripped the evidence straight from our videos without crediting, she didn't even bother to change their order, instead going through the evidence exactly as we did. Which is interesting, because...
Okay, what do you think about those shit, Diesel?
That would be a chronological order. Why wouldn't Vangelina do it in a chronological order? Oh shit. It's ridiculous.
Bro, come on. This video is oh my god. Proven Vangelina presented our personal thoughts as her own.
You stole our opinion, Xylie. We happen to have the same opinion that pedophiles are bad.
Okay. Let's do it.
Starting with voice
You
perhaps
skipped
because
it too. I couldn't make it through it either.
Bro, I can't.
the same moment that hit me like a brick.
Okay, okay, so, say Mama Max, right? Did we all, like, take each other's thoughts on Mama Max? Think about it.
It was like really easy to have an opinion on that.
Yeah, just like it would be easy to have an opinion on a pedo, you know what I mean? It's pretty easy to have an opinion on someone who does stuff like that. Ugh.
Namely, this little nugget taken from just after Scout shares the screenshot in which Lily presents herself as a safe way for young people to explore their sexuality by sending her nudes.
But the first thing that popped into my brain was, what if she just asked herself this question so that she could answer it and get people to send her these photos of themselves? And how is she going to vet that the people who are sending them are adults?
Oh, it just popped into your head? Really? You had that thought? So it has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that, in our video containing Mackenzie's testimony, I quite literally say the following. Now, I don't know if these messages are sent in by a particularly fervent Lily Orchard fan, or if she's sending these herself, within minutes of providing the exact same piece of evidence. Like, yeah, I go into greater detail about a couple more pieces, since I was covering a broader point. But like, you can see me discussing the evidence and the bit I just played you on the same...
So somebody's not allowed to have the same opinion?
You just need to reword it a little bit, you know? Just like you did in school.
I didn't plagiarize in school, thank you very much.
...page in my script. They're not exactly disconnected points. As for the idea that she thought of this from a single screenshot, is it actually reasonable to come up with that if you have no prior knowledge about Lily Orchard and how she runs her community? I'd argue not. Like, there's a reason I presented a bunch of evidence showing how, anytime there's a controversy surrounding Lily, she always gets sent softball questions anonymously which allow her to reframe the issue however she pleases. No one would believe it if it wasn't a pattern. So the comment was made in a very specific context, leading it to come out of left field without it. Add that to the fact that, as demonstrated earlier, Scout or someone on Scout's team almost certainly watched our videos to strip mine for screenshots, and I would argue that this is very strong evidence of her not only stealing our hard work, but our very thoughts, presenting them as her own original ideas. Like, she explicitly states that this popped into her brain, rather than she heard it from someone else and it stuck with her. This was the moment I knew I was going to have to act. I even make the same point as her second question, the one asking,
and how is she going to vet that the people who are sending them are adults?
This one comes from the Glade video, in which I said the following. Lily has confessed that people in her audience regularly send her naked photos of themselves, and while she claims to delete them all, there's no fucking way to check that. This is the same person who went out of her way to violate the security of the Safe for Work section she set up on her server. How can we be sure she doesn't keep them, and how the living fuck can we be certain that none of the minors she has groomed have fallen victim to this? Yet the shit show continues.
Wait! That wasn't the same thing!
Not only was that not the same thing, I'd argue Vangelina did it better in less words.
Wait a minute!
else, and it stuck with her. This was the moment I knew I was going to have to act. I even make the same point as her second question, the one asking,
And how is she going to vet that the people who are sending them are adults?
Okay, and how is she going to bet that the people who are sending them are adults? All right, that's what Vangelina said.
This one comes from the Glade video in which I said the following. Lily has confessed that people in her audience regularly send her naked photos of themselves, and while she claims to delete them all, there's no fucking way to check that. This is the same person who went out of her way to violate the security of the Safe for Work section she set up on her server. How can we be sure she doesn't keep them, and how the living fuck can we be certain that none of the minors she has groomed have fallen victim to this? Yet the shit.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Are you serious? Ain't no way. Diesel, please tell me this is not... No. Diesel, please. Please tell me.
Oh, there's more than one example that Ethel gives that's just like that one.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Shit show continues. For whilst I reached the following conclusion in my own video on Stockholm, said narrative is carried over into chapter 23, post-traumatic stress disorder. Twilight's abuse is given a pardon by a professional because it's apparently what essentially has come to expect from life, and she should therefore keep indulging in it. Sweetie Belle is further punished for the actions of a child predator, and the fanfic ends where they have this
By
letter
the
by
way,
Twilight
I got...
to
Okay, pause. She's referencing a My Little Pony fanfiction now.
Oh my god, no! What? Oh no, I'm over this already.
Princess Celestia, closing with, I've learned, I think we all have, that to truly be with someone, you have to take the good with the bad. Don't be a fair weather friend. Take the one you love at their best and worst, or not at all. Your former student, Twilight Sparkle. Now, if you've watched the MLP series, you know that Twilight's letters are the summary of whichever moral lesson has been learned throughout the episode. Considering this, alongside Shy's own feelings in the previous chapter, and the overall message of Lily's fanfic is laid out quite literally in black and white. To report someone who has sexually assaulted a minor makes you a fair weather friend. That is Lily's main moral lesson to the reader, that you should enable someone who abuses children. That gets taken, reheated, and slopped onto a plate as...
And one character in this essays a minor. One of the friends in the story reports the person who does that. And for some reason, the whole lesson of the story is that this makes the person who did the reporting a bad friend.
I especially love how she changed fair weather
What?
the friend, like in the actual letter, to bad friend. It's very...
What? But she didn't say the same words. It's like Ethel seems like one of those people, instead of saying the sky is blue, they're going to give you a whole paragraph about the sky. And Vangelina is telling you the sky is blue. Bruh. No. This is, okay, alright. Wait, okay, I'm not, yeah. 2 examples and you lost me on that point. Alright, VangelinaSkov admits to plagiarizing multiple people. Oh, okay. Can't wait for... Oh, God.
Though it's not just Glade. Lily Orchard's other victims receive the exact same treatment. Because, in spite of quite literally saying the following whilst reading out Courtney's testimony, repeatedly...
I will, however, link the full post in the description if you want to read the full thing. Again, if you feel like you can handle it, then you can read the full thing. It's in my description.
This was not the case. Again, the only line that even mentioned anyone else was the one that read, "Thank you to lilyorchardgossipblog.tumblr.com for having a lot of resources and screenshots in one."
So is that where she got the screenshots? Diesel, did you look into this? Is that where she got the screenshots?
Honestly, I didn't make it this far in the video. Oh, I started talking about the history of the furry fandom by this.
So is that possibly... Can you look it up?
Sure. Let's see.
The Lily Orchard Gossip blog on Tumblr.com. Is that where she got the screenshots, possibly?
Yeah. And I mean, it's possible that that blog got it from Ethel, considering it's the same kind of,
Yeah, possibility.
Yeah. I don't know. Lily Orchard Gossip blog.
Kevin said Diesel definitely went on a tangle at this point.
I honestly... Who could be let's be real. We already skipped through, like, 30% of Ethel's video, because she's an idiot. Yeah, there's a high probability that it came from this. Yeah, holy shit. Lily Orchard archived is an archive with all of her stuff. Lily encourages harassment. tons of stuff. I don't have a fucking Tumblr account, so I can't keep scrolling through the page.
Right.
But it's filled with screenshots on here, so yeah,
So
Tumblr. you can go
maybe
through the whole
that's
thing.
where she got the screenshots from, possibly? Huh.
place. And that is it. Scow couldn't even be bothered to reference the people she said she linked, let alone all of the people whose work she stole. At least she didn't until I sent her an email, which we'll cover in more detail in a minute. But pertaining to what she did the very next day, in spite of her refusing to respond to me, Scow suddenly updated her description. Not only did she now include a link to the aforementioned blog, but a random video by Definitely Bought Oranges, Josh Scorcher's response to Lily Orchard, yes, the Josh Scorcher who went on to date Inkros after he and Lily groomed her as a minor, Lizzie's testimony, a copy of Courtney's testimony, notably the copy behind a paywall, put up by someone who was outed as having sexually harassed Courtney as opposed to, you know, one of the openly mirrored copies, and a single post by Tumblr user Opinionated User, none of which contain the screenshots I've shown you, by the way. What I don't think Scow realizes is that by including this list almost a week after her video had been published, after it had already amassed 50,000 views, she was tacitly admitting that she had plagiarized many of these people.
Oh, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Okay, Vangelina explains in her response video that she got her screenshots from Kiwi Farms. Okay, there you go. Boom. Done. Over with. There you go. Boom. If she did that, because that's what we're going to watch next. I'm pretty sure I can watch her whole video and not this piece of shit right here.
All of these sources should have been there on day one. And even then, that's not enough.
Okay, they maybe should have, but they weren't. And you know what? People are human. Oh my God, chill out. I hate snitches. I hate snitches so bad.
She still needs to give some sort of signal when she's referencing them, either verbally or visually, like our numerical referencing. Because it is downright shocking to see the similarities between Scow's actions here and Illuminati, aka Blair, as called out in H. Guy's plagiarism video last year.
But here's where it gets interesting. Blair knows people might notice this, so she's...
I swear, this plagiarism video is like a fucking... Like, it was a brainworms, this plagiarism video.
I am so sick. Ever since H. Bomber Guy came out with that fucking video, I have people talking about me plagiarism underneath my video going, you're stealing people's work and reacting to it. You're not making content. I'm like, bro, shut up. Like, what? Like, why are you here? Why are you here? And then everybody's trying to point, you're plagiarizing. Guess what, people? Hey, guess what? We're on YouTube. Not a damn one of us are journalists. Not a damn one of us. We're not journalists. We're on YouTube.
Nor are we academics.
Exactly. Exactly. God damn. Shit.
come up with a defense mechanism. The video has a link in the description to a list of sources, where stuff she quoted or showed in the video gets linked. This is normal, lots of people do this, although usually they cite them when they use them in the actual video, but still, it's an unlabeled collection of links that's difficult to sort through, but if you keep digging, eventually you find a link to Brian Deer's YouTube upload of the documentary. So now if anyone criticizes the fact she ripped it off, she can say, no, I was using a source, I cited it, check, it's in my list somewhere, and she uses this flimsy excuse to basically steal anything she wants. Blair frequently plagiarizes people, never mentions they exist in the video or cites them anywhere, but she puts a link in a list no one will read. So that makes it okay, right?
At least Illuminati had the decency to source her victims from day one. Scow only does so after she's been called out. And even then, she deliberately left me out of updated description in spite of the fact that I can show substantial evidence of just how much she had plagiarized us during the specific 30-minute segment. It's because of this that I predict that.
How many subscribers they got? 43. How much does Vangelina got? 108. Okay, I see the issue. I see the issue.
With the publishing of this video, Scow and her followers are probably going to try and argue that her source list was there from day one, and that all the screenshots and all the information stolen from us actually came from these other people, banking on an audience just trusting her. You know, exactly what Lily Orchard did when she lied about ID verification on YouTube. However, there is one more aspect to all this I'd like to discuss. Evidence that very strongly spells out to me personally that this was not an accident or genuine mistake, and that's Scow's response to my attempts to reach out to her. As already noted, I was livid when I realized just how bad the plagiarism was, needing to calm down before I could do anything
How
else.
slow are you
Once I had, I
talking?
decided to try and reach out to
Holy
Vangelina
shit.
Scow for a number of reasons. One, I was hoping that there might be something I just missed, I'm not sure what, but something, anything, that might have explained things other than this person ripped off years of my work. It was also possible that Scow didn't write or research her own content, merely presenting it, meaning it might not be her who was responsible for the plagiarism.
What plagiarism?
What do you mean? She just spent the last... Well, she would say 40 minutes. I would disagree with that. But she said she spent the last 40 minutes explaining how it's plagiarism.
But if you know what?
She slaved over a hot keyboard for those screenshots, Xylie.
Oh my god, bro.
I didn't want to attack her as a person until I had a better idea of whether this was deliberate on her part or not. Third, I just wanted to give people a chance to own up to it, to pay the compensation I felt I was owed for the damages at this point before moving on. So here's what I wrote. Quote, "Hi, I'm reaching out to you because I've learned that your channel has plagiarized several of my videos. Your channel's
Okay, that's actually good. Ashley Marie says, if Vangelina got her screenshots from Kiwi Farms, where did Ethel get hers? How do we know that she took them herself? Oh, because of the red lettering and green lettering with the name. That's how Ethel said that. She explained it.
Video, Lily Orchard, YouTube's biggest creep, Lily Pete, contains several screenshots which are identical to the ones from my videos, the presenter copies several of my phrases almost word for word, and the presenter references the source of our victim testimony, who has not shared their story anywhere else. Plagiarism is not only morally wrong, but also a violation of copyright law, so I expect this to be corrected. Essence of 4 has always intended for our resources to be freely used by others, so usually we would only require you to link our channel in the video description, credit us for the screenshots, and have the presenter cite us whenever one of our ideas or pieces of evidence is used in the video. Since you, your writers, or your researchers did not do so, we feel we are entitled to 30% of the video's monetary value as compensation, based on the fact that 30 minutes of a 38-minute video are clearly plagiarized.
Oh my God! Since you, your writers, or your researchers did not do so, we feel we are entitled to 30% of the video's monetary value. I don't see a problem with Vangelina handing that to her lawyers. I'm just saying.
That's like a business negotiation you just initiated. Like, of course, I want that notarized. You know, if we're going to go to the table and debate it. You know, I want a lawyer present. Like, fuck.
Oh my God, it goes further.
That includes AdSense, Patreon earnings for the month of February, and sponsorship earnings from HelloFresh.
It includes AdSense, Patreon earnings for the month of February, and sponsorship earnings from HelloFresh. I'd be damned. Yeah, talk to my lawyer. Talk to my lawyer. Talk to my fucking lawyer. Talk to my lawyer. The conversation is done here. These actions are taken along with issuing correction and apology to all social media, as well as including an explanation of the issue of the top of the video description, run by us first, explaining the error. Oh no, fuck you. Nah, talk to my lawyer. Fuck that.
Actions are to be taken along with issuing a correction/apology to all social media, as well as including an explanation of the issue at the top of the video description, run by us first, explaining the error. Thank you for your time, Ethel Thurston, founder of Essence of Thought. End quote. That was sent on Tuesday the 20th of February, 2024. There are a couple of corrections I'd like to make regarding this letter, the first being about the 30-minute estimate. Again, going back, I trimmed out the 1 minute of filler, making it 12 minutes as opposed to 13. That said, Scout also spends 1 minute on her intro and 2 on her outro, which aren't really content, meaning it's 12 minutes out of 34 minutes as opposed to 13 minutes out of 38 minutes. So accounting for that, the plagiarized material is still about a third of the research portion of the video, which I would argue is very much the portion being monetized.
Fuck
no
you.
offense to Scout, but people aren't...
Fuck you.
What?
A stupid statement.
The
That's
fuck?
so fucking stupid.
Oh my God.
turning up for her intro and outro. The second correction relates to the sentence, the presenter copies several of my phrases almost word for word, which is a bit strong. Again, when I wrote this...
No, she did not copy your sentences word for word. No, you went on fucking tangents. She summed it down to a fucking sentence. Are you kidding me? No, she did not. Oh my God, I hate this so much. I hate this.
Going down from an anxiety spike, passing stuff between myself and Levi. I've shown you the evidence regarding the comment about Lee sending herself anonymous questions and the concluding narrative of Stockholm. That's what this was referenced to. But I do admit, word for word is too strong of a characterization. I just need to make that absolutely clear, keeping in mind that this is the first and thus far only...
Oh, so we're not allowed to have the same thoughts about bad people? We're not allowed to do that? You know, Mama Max is a fake pedo hunter. Oh my God. I just plagiarized Diesel. I plagiarized lyrics. I plagiarized Nick DiOrio. I plagiarized the 5,000 people that streamed about it. I plagiarized every other video that was made by Mama Max. Oh my God. Take my money. Jesus Christ.
time I share these emails publicly, hence the immediate need to add this addendum. That said, I'm still pretty happy with this in general. I felt it's a good balance between being open to having the situation explained to me, yet also firm in that I'm not going to be pushed around. I think 30% of the video's monetary value is a fair asking price, considering the extent and nature of the plagiarism, whilst also noting that, had I been properly cited in the video, I wouldn't have taken such an issue. I also hope that me approaching them might cause Scout or anyone working behind the screen to reevaluate how they do things. The cynic in me, however, went ahead and archived a copy of her video on Internet Archive, not for the video itself, but for the description, just in case she tried.
You know, I kind of feel like maybe she should ask for 30% of this video because you can't say her fucking last name correctly.
Yeah, I feel like she's doing that on purpose, honestly.
Well, I feel like Vangelina should have a copyright on her last name, and maybe 30% of this video and its whatever other monetary earnings you have should go to Vangelina for the simple fact that you cannot say Skov. You keep saying Scow.
You know what's funny now that I'm looking at this late part in the video, right? The Wikitubia page that has all of Ethel's dramas on it was asked to be taken down. Meanwhile, here she is archiving other people's shit. You know, like, how, like, oh yeah, I could do it to other people, but not to me. Like,
So what other dramas has Ethel been in?
oh man, there's so many. The one that I ended up looking at on stream was the Xanderhall one. What else? She had a whole page, right? And she requested it be taken down. She was part of a page on Wikitubia of YouTubers who asked for their pages to be removed.
Oh my god. I'm organizing the links for y'all. Oh, hey, Nani. I was like, wait a minute. Who? Oh, Nani. It's Nani. Hey, Nani. I kind of want to go on this rabbit hole and see everything Ethel's done. Because, I mean, if Ethel can call out other people, I feel like Ethel can be called out herself. I mean, right? Am I right?
I think that's more than fair. I think, honestly, we haven't talked enough about Ethel's history. If Ethel wants to talk about people like Rachel Oates and Vangelina, which, by the way, Xylie, there's another video today from Ethel.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. I don't, you briefly explain to the audience, people who don't know, Ethel's problem with Rachel Oates.
Okay, so I'm probably going to get some of this wrong, so I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. But what I've been able to piece together is that Rachel Oates is or was friends with another skeptic channel called Rationality Rules, who goes by Steve Woodford. Steve had a take about trans athletes, which I think is the same take that Destiny has, which is about like the amount of testosterone in the body, right? But trans athletes, so trans women competing in women's sports. He made a video about this. Ethel claims that Rachel defending Steve for that was her defending transphobia, right? Like, she admitted, like, Steve did wrong and that he's learning and yada yada, but she didn't disavow Steve. She still stayed friends with him. As a result of this, Rachel ended up on a block list in a Facebook group for atheists, not a mental health support group, which Ethel claims. It was a atheist Facebook group, right? So Ethel claims a bunch of shit about Rachel, like, you know, she has trans blood on her hands. I have her in her Discord comparing what Rachel does to, like, a person who committed, like, an act of terrorism.
Oh, God.
But yeah, it's basically just been Ethel claiming that Rachel is basically responsible for, like, tons of tragedies. And Ethel has tons of videos on Rachel. Tons. So much so, I mean, in a roundabout way, in my opinion, Ethel is claiming that Rachel is like a psychopath who like manipulates people, and like in a video where she's apologizing, crying, and also committing self-harm, Ethel somehow makes it about her.
Wow. Okay. All right. So basically, she has a hate boner for Rachel Oates.
Yeah, well, like, she spent more time on Rachel Oates than she did on the guy who made the bad take, Steve.
Right.
So, you know, like, what's the reason? And now, like, Vangelina's getting this, and today, you know, Ethel's making the connection between Rachel Oates and Vangelina. So, is it, like, this is more about Vangelina being friends with Rachel Oates, 100%. or not even being friends. I don't know what the relationship is.
So we
but
do a
that's how
guilt.
Ethel's-
So Ethel does guilt by association.
Oh, guilt by association, but like, you know, the guilt goes so far that you're a accomplice to hate crimes type guilt by association.
Oh my god. Somebody said Rachel literally tried to sue Ethel.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, what the fuck do you think if somebody said, "Oh, you have the blood of trans children on your hands"?
I mean,
No shit.
yeah. I mean, once again, that's another reason to talk to my lawyer. She was comparing Vangelina to libs of TikTok. Oh my god. Come on. Come on. You know, it seems like Ethel does a lot of finger pointing. Okay. Let's see. Problem with banning comment section. Okay, what?
Something else I want to comment on, but couldn't figure out where to source it, is the transmisia in Scow's comment section. When I sent her the email, I stopped by, leaving her a standalone comment and a reply to her pinned post, letting her know about the email. And when I returned to see if the comment was still up, I was shocked by just how much anti-trans rhetoric there was in the comment section. So I went through, collecting a bunch of these comments, up to 24 of them, before just giving up. I couldn't continue because of how depressing it was as a trans person. Here is the wall of bigotry I created.
I'm losing my fucking marbles. I wish I got to this point in the video.
What the?
Oh, God.
Do you not know how YouTube works? What? Oh my god. Diesel, are you there?
Yes.
Are you? I was about to say, did you die? So, what? Oh god, come on, man.
There's over 1,000 comments here. She picked out 24 of 1,000 comments and is equating the entire audience of Vangelina to transphobes, and ergo, Vangelina a transphobe. That's outrageous.
Oh my god.
Included my own comment to show just how many of these comments were posted in the 3 days after my own post. So let's start with a general point. If you cannot create a community in which marginalized people are largely safe, you have absolutely no business doing so. As a creator...
I mean, if Vangelina turned around and hearted all the bad comments like that, then you might have, you know, a kind of a fight there. But if Vangelina didn't heart them and like them and whatever, then you can't get on her for that. Like, what? No, we don't need to read any of the comments.
Is 100% your responsibility to moderate your space, and I say that as someone whose videos on Lily Orchard have garnered more than 1 million views collectively. Go through the comment section on my videos, you will not find a single transmisic or ableist remark, or indeed any form of bigotry. I mention ableism specifically since it's very often connected to transmisia, as seen in the comments stating that Lily is an autistic dude. When you dead name and misgender someone, even a terrible person, I can guarantee that they absolutely do not care, but that other trans people checking out the comments will be affected. Being more specific to Scow's video, however, Blade and Courtney, that's Lily's sister, are trans. That's at least 2 of the victims referenced in Scow's video who would not be safe scrolling through the comment section of her video. If you cannot guarantee that the people you are referencing will be safe in the space immediately surrounding your video, you have no business referencing them. That's exploitation. You're taking from them without even ensuring that they be safe in your community. That is just a horrific state of affairs.
Oh my god. Alright, yeah, next section.
This is the biggest cry bully load of bullshit
It
ever.
really
oh my
is.
God. Grow up. Get off the fucking internet, you fucking lich.
Oh my god, this is horrible, bro. Holy shit. Okay, we're almost at the next section.
Though I wish I could say I was shocked. So that's the case, meaning all that's left to talk about is the impact the entire thing has had on me, whilst also explaining where I've been the last month and a half. Because as much as I joke and try to laugh things off, this really couldn't have come at a worse time for me. For those on my channel, you probably noticed I haven't uploaded a single video since December 2023.
Wait, pause. I did go back and look at those comments to see, and there's plenty of them that are not applicable to that at all.
Okay.
So she's definitely like stretching it. I guess at one point they did go by the name Jerry.
Okay.
Alright, so that would be a dead name. But this stuff like Jerry Pete has a whole thread on kiwi farms. which is true, by the way. There's a whole Lily Orchard thread on Kiwi Farms that has, by the way, all these screenshots.
Oh my god.
Or there's people not being 100% sure, right? They're like, oh, Jerry Pete, yeah, they are still being a creeper. They use gender neutral pronouns. So it's not even that.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This was even a statement that this person is trans would have been helpful, hearing she and her and then a man's voice is off-putting and confusing. That could have been like a boomer not understanding, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's,
that doesn't strike me as somebody who's a bigot. That strikes me as someone who just
like literally didn't understand.
Didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, didn't understand.
And this one right here is about, well, sort of, except for they did the whole thing there. Come on.
I will also say they're pedophiles, so it's like, you know, like, are you really surprised? Are you really surprised?
Because people are going to say the worst things about a pedophile. You know? They're going to say the worst thing possible about a pedophile. Okay. This is what Ethel's been through.
I was burnt out from just how personally traumatic my last video was. And like, okay, we get it. I took a couple of weeks off after producing a 3-hour, fully referenced, fully subtitled video. That's not that unusual. However, just as I was getting ready to get back into recording, one of my old NHS fillings failed, opening things up to a rather severe infection, leading me to require some emergency dentistry before the problem reached the jaw.
That ain't got shit to do with Vangelina. That ain't got shit to do with Vangelina. Who gives a fuck? I don't care. I do not care.
I was in and out of the dentist over a period of about a month, just trying to get rid of the infection, as it was shockingly bad. And then, just as I was waiting to have the final root canal session before being capped, I had an accident which broke my foot. Note that I will
That ain't got shit to do with Vangelina. I do not care.
be showing you all the slides from my CT scan in a bit, so if you don't want to see it, look away. I'll let you know when it's safe to look back. Just give you a couple of seconds. I have a comminuted fracture at the base of the first metatarsal on my right foot. That's the socket joint shown here. Now,
Who cares? Who cares? Do any of you care about this? Who cares?
the first doctor I saw said that I'm going to need midfoot fusion surgery.
What has this got to do with your health? I mean, like, it has to do with your health, but what does Vangelina have to do with this?
I can't believe Vangelina took a sledgehammer to Ethel's
Oh my god! Oh god.
As soon as possible. However, I got a second opinion today, along with a third and fourth for free, and they reached a different conclusion. They're putting me on an observation period whilst doing some physiotherapy, and if there's no pain when the bone heals, I don't need the surgery. But I didn't find out about this until today. I was fully expecting to go into surgery when I originally recorded this video, hence I've now patched in this update. But the fact remains, at the time VangelinaSkov plagiarized me, I was getting ready to have surgery, meaning she added to said stress.
Oh, shut! Oh my god, bro.
Oh my god. What a thin-skinned person.
Oh my god.
Like, are you kidding me?
This is horrible. This is absolutely horrible.
Unironically, get a real job. Like, just get a real job. Leave.
You know what? I kind of believe with Deuce, professional victim. Honestly, it's literally screaming professional victim.
It's very rich how, like, weak Ethel is to all of these things, because, like, Ethel spent time, right? Like, this isn't a dox, right? Ethel spent time living in India as a trans person, which is a famously not trans-friendly country.
Mm-hmm.
Well, gender fluid, non-binary, gender-conforming individual at that time, and then during the time living there, transitioned fully. But the point is that they admitted, oh well, you know, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. You know, I'm paraphrasing there, but it's just like, how are you like comfortable with that? But then the second Skov like quote unquote plagiarizes, now it's so problematic that you can't walk. Like, are you kidding me?
Kimba said that Ethel told me that Vangelina has the burden of proof to show that she didn't steal the screenshots from her video.
Oh, I have that tweet. I'll send that to you.
The hell? Okay, I don't care about I don't care about the rest of this video. I'm sorry. That was a dog shit video. That was an absolute dog shit video. I kind of want to look into Ethel more. I mean, we're going to watch Vangelina and that'll be it tonight, but I want to look into Ethel more for another stream, maybe. I think Ethel... I want to look into the problems that Ethel's had.
Ethel's done nothing but paint a humongous, righteous target on her back. There's the tweet, by the way. Kim is a little guy's regular and has been debating Ethel for a bit.
Burden of proof rests firmly on the person making the claim, which is Skov, since this is her defense. Oh.
Wouldn't the burden of proof literally be on Ethel because she made the initial claim?
I would think so. Is it like that over there in the UK or whatever? Is that
listen, I don't know how UK law works, but I would assume that it is not very different from American law.
Right. Well, I know when it comes to oh my god, when it comes to slander, it's actually different than we are. It's like opposite. And that's how pretty much what's his name? He always talks about Logan Paul and KSI. That, oh god, what's his name? Oh, the YouTuber that always talks about Logan Paul, KSI, and Deji, sued him, Cabos.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Wait, Weaver of Dreams in chat. At the end, Ethel says, I will make sure your reputation burns upon the fires fueled by your own history. There's no way.
No!
I need a timestamp of that right now.
I gave you that chance twice. I will make sure your reputation burns upon fires.
Oh! Oh! No! Wait! Okay, hold on. We're gonna watch this on normal.
I need to see this whole monologue. This is amazing.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's go back a couple seconds. Okay, here we go. So I have to ask you, VangelinaSkov.
Faced by one of the people you Vangelina.
Okay.
So, I have to ask you, VangelinaSkov, how does it feel to be faced by one of the people you have exploited for your own ill-gotten gain? Do you feel pride in what you have done?
You know, it's not very menacing when it's in normal speed and they sound like they're talking in slow mode.
I know, it sounds... I'm gonna get labeled as like ableist, but it sounds like Ethel was hit in the head.
Achievement? Or do you just feel powerful, like you're owed everything you steal? We are beyond making amends at this point. I gave you that chance twice. I will make sure your reputation burns upon fires fueled by your own history. Because if there's one thing I've learned about plagiarists, it's that they're never satisfied with doing it once. That all it takes is for one person to stand up to go, hang on a second, and the next thing you know, you have a chain reaction of fellow victims doing the same. I hope you enjoyed your series on Illuminati's downfall, because that is where you are headed.
By who?
I hope it was worth it. As for the rest of you, what do you think?
I think you're full of shit. That's what I think. I think you're absolutely full of shit. Alright, let's see what the beautiful Vangelina has to say. Oh, I could have took a picture from this. I went to her DMs like, girl, I'm going to go over the shit you're going through. Do you got a picture you want me to use? And she sent me the one I used in my thumbnail. She's so pretty. I can hear it now. Oh, you already knew her and you already liked her. Shut up. Because if I thought she was wrong, I would say it.
Hi, so I'm going to try and keep this as concise as I can. to hopefully not take up your whole day, but I don't know how long this will actually take, so you'll already know the timestamps there, but I want to talk about the accusations that are being made about me. I don't actually have a script for this, so there'll probably be cuts here and there of me just trying to make sure I gather my thoughts and say everything that I need to say, so bear with me on that one, but it's mostly going to be an unedited video besides some cuts, and maybe a screenshot here and there if it's necessary. I'm not sure yet. Before I actually move on to talk about Essence of Thought, I want to firstly talk about the H-Bomber guy thing, because this is something that keeps getting brought up, and I haven't actually addressed it, so I want to get that out of the way first, just to get that out of the way first, and then we'll talk about Essence of Thought. So, the H-Bomber guy thing. He made his plagiarism and YouTube video, and because I've been covering Illuminati, I watched it mostly because of the Illuminati thing, because I didn't actually know who H-Bomber guy was. Again, don't come for me for that. I just can't.
I still don't know who H-Bomber guy is, because I still haven't watched that video. I'm going to be honest. Am I wrong for not watching that video?
It was okay. But I guess now it has a different meaning now that James Somerton may or may not be dead. Am I right?
I mean, maybe?
Really, I don't know. Like, the plagiarism stuff was valid about James, but then he would have, like, his cake and eat it too, where he accused IH of plagiarism, truthful, but then also added in, actually, he's a plagiarist and a white supremacist. You know, so that's kind of the fucking problem, is they can never just do what needs to be done. They always gotta, you know, have their cake and eat it.
Yeah.
Know every YouTuber. So in that, he said some stuff about drama channels that I didn't agree with. So I made a video and I said, I really liked H-Bomber Guy's video. I think the stuff that he said about plagiarism was great. He did a really good job with the video, but there's one little bit that I didn't like. And then I made sure to say, but that doesn't negate everything else that he said in the video. I just didn't like this one part. And people were furious, and I'm going to be honest, I don't understand why. Like, I don't get it, because I just gave my opinion on one thing he said.
Oh, you're not allowed to have an opinion when there's a group of hive mind people that, you know, their fave says something. You can't agree with not one thing they say. You have to go with it. Yes, Ethel's pronoun she, her, yes. Meowser for 2. He's not dead. His co-writer confirmed it. Prove it. Prove it, Meowser. Where? Where did the co-writer say that? Oh, she, her, they, them. Okay, thank you, Kimba. Thank you, and Weavers of Dreams. Thank you.
While saying everything else he said about plagiarism was great, and I've learned from it, and I think other people can learn from it. And to the people who are here watching because they hate me because of the H-Bomber Guy video, this is not going to be the answer that you want, but I really don't understand why people were so angry. Obviously, there were some people saying I was taking it too seriously, and that was kind of the end of it. Like, that's fine. I'm not talking about those people, which was a lot of people, but there were also people who were saying, oh, cry more, Vangelina, oh, you're so dramatic, oh, you're overreacting, oh, you've probably, you know, done the worst things possible, and that's why you're so butthurt about H-Bomber Guy, you're attacking H-Bomber Guy. None of that was true. I said I liked his video. I didn't agree with that one part, but I liked the rest of the...
And you're absolutely allowed to agree or not agree with whatever the hell you want to agree or not agree about. Jesus.
Video, the whole, what was it, 3-4 hour long video? I liked the whole rest of that. Some people thought that I was shading him because I said not everybody wants to watch it.
Okay, the co-writer said on Twitter that the situation was stable or something. Did you hear that? Or did you see that?
This is the first time I'm hearing this.
Yeah. If somebody can get that to like Jaded Take or something that she can send it to me, that would be awesome. The tweet.
A 4-hour video essay about an obscure game from the 90s, and they said that that was shaded H-Bomber Guy. That was the example I used because at the time I was working on a 4-hour video essay about an obscure video game from the 90s. That was why, well, it might not have been 4 hours, to be honest. It was probably only an hour. I ended up scrapping that video anyway because I knew it would be received poorly after the H-Bomber Guy thing. What I do understand what people are angry about is how I reacted to people getting angry at me, because I reacted really childishly, and I'm going to be honest, not a good look. This was at the people that were furious, by the way, not the people who were just saying, you're maybe overreacting a bit, like, tone it down. That was fine. It was the... and said things word for word, that it is a violation of copyright
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
law, and they expect it to be corrected. Sorry. And they said because of this, they feel they're entitled to 30% of the ad revenue for the video, 30% of the money from the sponsor of that video, and 30% of my monthly Patreon earnings. Which, can we get this out of the way right now? I don't have a lot of patrons. Actually, Essence of Thought has way more patrons than me. So really, Patreon is not a source of income for me. It's maybe one day, but not now. But I do make a little bit of money from it, in fairness. But yeah, so they said that they wanted 30% of my ad revenue for that video, for the sponsor money, and for the entire month of Patreon Otherwise, they were going to end up making a video about me. This is said in the later email, but it was quite clear what was meant. So I just want to explain, well, I guess firstly why I didn't respond. And I think you need to understand from my perspective that this is somebody emailing me, claiming that I've plagiarized them and demanding money so that they don't make a video about me. And this is me knowing that I haven't plagiarized anyone's video. So in my eyes, when I get this, it feels like somebody's trying to extort me for money.
100%. I agree with her, because that's exactly what that sounded like. You either pay me the money or I'm going to tell everybody you're bad. That's exactly what that sounded like to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a serious legal issue. That's not something I can just immediately respond to and be like, no, or here's some money. So I really did feel like this was somebody trying to extort me. I still kind of do. But weirdly, I didn't initially realize who this was. I did pretty quickly, but initially I just thought this is just some random person saying that I owe them money. Like, this is just some random YouTuber trying to blackmail me. As soon as I did realize who it was, though, that kind of brings me to my second reason why I didn't respond. Because I'm aware of Essence of Thought. I've not watched their videos, but...
Oh, wait, hold on. We have an update, I think. Oh, here it is. Okay. Thank you, Donnie. Trigger warning. That word. Vague update on the James Soberton situation. His former co-writer Nick has responded to questions suggesting that there is no worry about regarding James. Sorry to ask you, especially as clear as you've said you want to move on, but do you have any way of contacting him or having any information of James? It's not your responsibility, but any update would be appreciated. A lot of us are still very concerned given his last tweet. Glitterfawn, I'm aware of the tweet and the situation right now, and to my knowledge, there's nothing to worry about. Oh.
That's so vague.
That is vague.
Uncharitable. There's nothing to worry about because he's dead.
Oh my God, shut up.
H-Bomber guy took him out.
Oh my God. Alright, well, I mean, it's something. I guess. Huh.
I don't know how to say this properly, but... And you're not supposed to admit things like this online, but I am terrified of Ethel. Like, truly terrified of Ethel, because I have seen her history of harassing people, and she doesn't stop. And everything is blown to the extreme. Lies are told, things are distorted, and she...
Wait, oh. Wow. Does she have any reason to be scared?
So allegedly Ethel called the police on Rachel when Rachel was appeared not sound of mind. I don't know how much of that is genuine.
Right.
But you know, I mean, that's one example of getting involved in real life. And if Ethel is anti-police, for her to call the police is quite the bruh moment.
Yeah. Huh.
Just doesn't stop. There's one creator, you all know who I'm talking about, if you're aware of Essence of Thought at all, who she's been harassing for 5 years. So at this point of this email, I'm freaking out, thinking, if I respond in any way, without just giving them money to shut them up, which I don't want to give somebody money to shut them up. I don't want to give somebody hush money. I'm not Jeffree Star. Like, that's not what I'm trying to do.
True, sis. True. That 45K check to shut them up and not have their, that 45K check that Jeffree Star gave to the one dude, so he wouldn't, so his story wouldn't be published by what's it, oh God, Business Insider. Yeah. You don't want to do that.
So I'm thinking, if I respond in any way, this person is going to be furious. This person's going to go ballistic, and it's going to actually be worse. I knew they were going to make a video about me if I didn't respond, but I didn't want to make them angrier because I was scared of them. I did go back and forth thinking, should I just respond? Should I try to handle this and just explain, no, I didn't plagiarize your video. I'm not sure why you think that. Maybe we can talk about it. I don't know what's going on here, to be honest with you. But after they sent their first email to me, they were tweeting about this whole thing, immediately calling me a plagiarist. Not using my name, at least in fairness, but calling me a plagiarist. So just saying these things as fact without having discussed it with me. So they weren't open to actually discussing this. There was no room in her mind for the chance that this was a misunderstanding. But after they had sent the first email to me saying, pay me 30% of your income, they tweeted and sent an email to the sponsor of that video to try and, what it looks like, to harm my income.
Oh my God, no! No!
To the
Hey, HelloFresh, I just wanted to know what your policy when it comes to YouTubers your sponsors have been discovered to be plagiarizing the What? You went after the Bro, no! Oh my God! Ethel, you're a piece of shit! Ethel, you are a piece of shit! What are you doing? Oh my God! Oh yeah, we read that part, Timothy. Oh. Oh my God. Bro.
Sponsor of that video to try and, what it looks like, to harm my income. So my fears were confirmed, at least in my opinion, that this was somebody who was maliciously trying to attack me and trying to damage my income. And I was a bit freaked out. Like, what do I do in that situation? This is somebody who's already calling me a plagiarist. If I talk to them, what's going to happen? The very next day, they sent me another email after they'd already reached out to HelloFresh. And at this point, they'd already started scripting the video, I believe. From what they've said, they'd already started working on this video. So again, leads to my suspicions that they were going to make a video about me no matter what. And again, at this point, I'd accepted that they were going to make a video about me. So in the second email, it says that you've changed your description, which I will go into the description. I will go into the sourcing of everything, by the way. You've changed your description. Use of data triangulation, which still confuses me because that's not what data triangulation means, but regardless. I'd like to give you one final chance to make amends before I go public with everything, which again to me just felt like I was being blackmailed, that somebody was trying to extort me for money, because again, I knew that I hadn't plagiarized anybody's video. And anybody who I consulted about this, without me using the words extortion or blackmail, said the exact same thing. So what was I supposed to think at this point?
Yeah, I got a tweet from Chud Logic saying that. Chud Logic picked it up right from jump. When that video came out, Chud Logic tweeted it out and said it sounded like extortion to him. This is crazy, bro. Diesel, are you talking?
No, I sometimes my fan will get picked up on the microphone.
I just want to make sure.
Chose the route of, they're going to make a video about me. They're already going after my income. They've contacted sponsors to try and get me into trouble and make me lose a source of income. They're trying to extort me for money, in my view. And they're going to make a video about me no matter what I do. They're not going to listen to me. They're not going to listen to any kind of, or come to any kind of understanding that this may have been misunderstood.
Yeah, E. Martinez, I don't go Chud Logic's route. You know, but, you know, Chud Logic's right. It's extortion. That's exactly what it is. And Chud Logic is not 49 years old. I'm 48. I guarantee you Chud Logic is not older than me.
Understanding, they'd made their mind up. So let me just explain how I came to actually make the Lily Orchard video and how I researched it and stuff, just to give you a better understanding, because me just saying I didn't plagiarize the video, that's not enough, right? So a couple of months ago, I believe, a couple of people messaged me in DMs to ask me would I consider covering the Lily Orchard stuff. I do get DMs from time to time from people, actually quite frequently, from people asking me to cover certain situations. And it tends to happen that I guess one topic will have kind of picked up and a couple of people message me at the same time. So I had a couple of messages. One of them I remember was like offering to put me in contact with somebody who was involved. And then there was people offering information or people who just like typed out like a brief history of. I didn't initially respond to stuff. I don't know why. I really don't remember. I might have just been busy. So I didn't initially respond to any of the things, not for any reason other than I guess I just forgot, or I didn't think to do it at the time, or I thought I'd come back to it, or I was busy, whatever it was. But then a couple months later, a video from Definitely Bored Oranges came up in my homepage, and I saw the name Lily Orchard, and I thought, oh yeah, I've heard that name before. I couldn't remember where I'd heard it, couldn't remember that people had DM'd me. And I said, okay, I'll watch that, see what this is about. It gave me kind of a brief overview of some of the stuff. To be honest, I found it a little bit hard to follow that video, not because of the video. The video was fine. It was just because I didn't know Lily Orchard, and I didn't know what was actually going on, besides some of the stuff that people had DM'd me, but I hadn't fully...
So several people have made videos on Lily Orchard. Obviously, correct?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And Ethel is acting like the story was hers. That's what it sounds like.
Well, Ethel put in all this work. Nobody else had looked at it before she did.
Read through everything at this point. Weirdly, after I got recommended that video, another person reached out to me about Lily Orchard, and I don't know if it was just because stuff was picking up again at the time. Like I said, things just seemed to happen all around the same time. So I did respond to that person, and I talked to them. They gave me information, they gave me some screenshots, they pointed me in the direction of stuff, and then I also obviously did quite a lot of my own research. I went and looked online, I looked at, well, Encyclopedia Dramatica was one of them, random Reddit posts, random Tumblr posts, and quite a lot of the stuff actually came from a Tumblr blog, which I originally linked in the description of my Lily Orchard video. I think it was called Lily Orchard Gossip Blog. My aim with that video was to give like a concise overview of stuff, like of some of the main points, and I even said that in the video, like there's a lot more. If people want, I'll make a second video, but generally I like to keep videos kind of short and digestible, like around the 30-minute mark. I should mention as well, one of the sources that I didn't mention, and I still haven't mentioned, and this, admitting this is probably going to get me in trouble, but was actually Kiwi Farms, and I only really went there to see archives, screenshots.
There you go. There you go. Right there. There you go.
Was actually Kiwi Farms, and I only really went there to see archives, screenshots of things like that. I didn't link that, and I haven't linked it now because Kiwi Farms is a very controversial place, understandably so. And it's a message board, so it's not actually a source, but I did get some archive links and screenshots and background information from there, which I then went on, obviously, to like verify from other places. Now, here's where I tell you what I did wrong.
There you go. What's the... Okay, so it's not her fault that that's where she got it from.
Right. So I did not properly source everything that I used in the description because most of the information that I got was from that Tumblr blog, as well as the person that I'd been talking to and some other people who had messaged me previously. The person who I mentioned didn't want to be sourced, that's fine. They're not a YouTuber, so that was the end of that. The gossip blog I did link, but I didn't go into any of the individual links within that because the Tumblr blog was sort of a collection of other links. I also didn't put the Definitely Bored Oranges video as a source. I think, honestly, just because I didn't use it for research, but looking back at it now, I probably should put that because I did watch it, or at the very least put it as like further watching or something. So when Essence of Thought reached out to me, I thought, well, okay, yeah, fair enough. I haven't actually done a good enough job of putting all the sources more concisely, so I'm going to fix that. And I went into the Tumblr blog, I took a few of the specific links from the Tumblr blog, and I put them in. I put the Definitely Bored Oranges video because I had watched it. I put Encyclopedia Dramatica because I had looked at it and I got a lot of information from there. Didn't put Kiwi Farms for the reasons that we've already discussed. It's not actually a proper source, really. And I put a video that I didn't actually
argue that Encyclopedia Dramatica is just as bad as Kiwi Farms.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of editorializing in the articles there. Not to say it isn't filled with tons of interesting lore, but
Right.
yeah, it has that same tone.
Yeah.
I had been told about it, so that was a members only interview with Courtney. But I put that there because I had heard about it. I knew some of the stuff that was said there, but I put it there, but I didn't watch it. In the second video that I was going to make about Lily Orchard, I was actually going to try and get in contact with Courtney, but I don't think there'll be a second video at this point. So we'll see. At that point, I would have watched the video. That was my point. But yeah, that was it. But that was all the sources that I used. I also put a thank you to the people that had messaged me to make it clear that that is what happened. By the way, that's not something that happens for every video, but it does happen time to time. It's usually when a topic's a little bit more niche that somebody will go and send stuff. Or if it's about Trish Paytas, because people seem to have receipts on hand for Trish Paytas. The other thing that I did wrong in the situation...
Oh my god, the amount of receipts that you can find on Trisha Paytas is not funny. Oh my god. Especially when you go to Trishy Land. Or I think they're called Trishy Wives now or something like that. I don't know. Their subreddit keeps getting taken down and they move somewhere else. However, I did find their group on Twitter. Crazy asses. They love me too, let me tell you. They love me, especially when I went after Miss Serious. Oh my god.
Was that I didn't check the source of all of the screenshots I used. Because like I said, some of them came from random Reddit posts, random Tumblr posts, and from the DMs as well. And I didn't check where those originated from, which was stupid. I probably should have checked that. Actually, not probably, I definitely should have checked that. I have no excuse for why I didn't check that beyond I just didn't think of it, but I just didn't think of it as not actually a valid excuse. So I should have done that, and in the future I will make sure that I do that. So what I will say is that I cannot guarantee that none of the screenshots that I received or that I found online in random places did not originate from Essence of Thought. But what I can guarantee is that I did not go to Essence of Thought's video to screenshot things and take that as my own. And this is the misunderstanding.
Okay, so then all somebody has to do is go to Kiwi Farms and see if those screenshots are there. If they are there...
They are there.
Okay, boom. There you go. Boom. There you go. End of story. Period, point blank, period. Ethel, you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. Trying to extort somebody. Get the fuck out of here.
That I'm talking about, because yeah, I messed up in the fact that I absolutely should have checked where those came from, but I did not go and steal those screenshots and then not credit Essence of Thought. So what I will do, because it is fair if those did originate from Essence of Thought, I will put Essence of Thought as a source in that video description. And I'm not doing that because I think it's going to make them go away. I know that they won't. I'm doing it because it's the fair thing to do, and I guess as a gesture of good faith, but they've said, and let me find it here, I have their script, "We are beyond making amends at this point. I gave you that chance twice. I will make sure your reputation burns upon fires fueled by your own history." So they don't want to discuss this. They don't want to make amends. I'm fully aware of that. I'm not putting their channel as a source to try and make amends or to try and make them go away or to try and make them not try to burn my reputation or whatever it is that they're trying to do. It's just because it's the fair thing to do. I will point out it's a bit alarming to have somebody so blatantly say that they plan to go on a smear campaign against me. But this is, as soon as I realised who this was that was contacting me, I knew this is where it was going. So that's quite scary, but we'll move on swiftly from that. I just want to reiterate again, to make it really clear. I did not go to Essence of Thought's video, screenshot things, and take their work as my own. I did not do that. But I will still put the source there, because maybe some of the screenshots, a handful of the screenshots that I used, originated from Essence.
You know what I noticed about the screenshots she used versus Ethel's?
What?
They weren't clear.
Yeah, they had been posted other places.
Yeah,
times.
Because I can take a screenshot from a video and you can make it where it looks like you got the screenshot yourself, like it's just as clear. Those screenshots were blurry, like they were somewhere else. They weren't clear, like they came straight from the video.
Yeah, they were downloaded, compressed, uploaded somewhere else, downloaded, compressed, put up somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Essence of Thought, and I should have checked where every single screenshot came from. I'm doing that because it's the right thing to do. The other thing that she said I plagiarized was that there was a section in both of our videos talking about God, it's not too relevant, but we said the same thing of like Lily Orchard's probably sending herself messages so that she can respond to them herself, right? We both said the same thing. And I'm going to be so honest here, and I don't mean this in any way to be insulting to Ethel. Please don't take it that way, because if I'm insulting Ethel, I'm insulting myself. But this is not like a super 4D chess move thought to have. Like, this is a very basic thought to have, because creators have been outed for doing that all the time.
Yes. We said that same thing at the beginning, Xylie.
And not just creators, I'm sure we all have friends that have done that. I'm sure we all know people who have done that from school days and things like that. It was my first thought, and actually the reason it was my first thought was because as I was doing the research for this and I saw that, the thoughts of the comments came to my head, and I could think of people commenting, oh, what if like she just did that herself? And I was like, yeah, actually she probably did. It's not a bizarre thing to think. I think most people, without being told that opinion, would think it themselves. I truly believe that. Like, we just had the same thought. They originally said I copied it word for word, which was not true, and then Ethel later did clarify that I did not actually say word for word, that it was just the same thought. So we did just have the same thought. That's not plagiarism. It's just a really obvious thing to think, in my opinion. At least like half of the people who would see that without...
Janelle, that's fine. Anybody on Ethel's side, they are absolutely welcome in this chat. Okay? And if they want to argue with people, they can argue with people. If you want to ignore them, block them, ignore them, do whatever you got to do. But they're welcome here. This is not a hug box. Not everybody's going to agree with everybody. You know? That's how we do things.
Without being told of that opinion, would think the same thing. They have the same opinion. Because we all know people who have done that. We've seen creators who have done that. Another thing that Ethel said that I plagiarized was Stockholm, I guess. So that was a fan fiction thing that Lily Orchard had written. It's horrific, by the way. So it's quite a big deal to do with Lily Orchard. Like, it's brought up a lot, so obviously I had to talk about it. And I summarized some of the main points of what Stockholm is about, because obviously it's YouTube. I didn't want to go into the full details of it because, like, it's disgusting and it involves, like, underage characters. And because I did that, Ethel was saying that I plagiarized their video because they also talked about Stockholm, but it just doesn't make sense. Like, I think they're trying to say that I plagiarized their analysis of it, but I didn't analyze it. I just summarized it and pointed out that it's gross, which I think saying it's gross is not really like...
So basically, Ethel's blowing everything out of proportion. That's all it boils down to. That's all it boils down to. She's blowing things out of proportion. I don't give hugs. Y'all should know that about me by now. I hug my husband and my cats. That's about it.
Cloudy, I'll hug you. It's okay.
Oh, God. Diesel, listen, Diesel has whole ass body pillows that you could buy and hug them at night. You know what I mean? Just saying. Just throwing it out there. I'm trying to shill out your body pillows.
Yeah, she owns one of mine.
No, I do not. Let's not start that rumor. No.
Not you, Xylie.
Oh,
Cloudy does.
okay.
Yes.
Oh, my God, Cloudy.
She's one of my mods.
Jesus.
Like full-on analysis, it's just like very obvious that it's gross. Like that's the bare minimum of what I could say about it. Maybe people wanted a more in-depth analysis. It's just not the way that I do stuff on my channel generally. And I went through the main points. I said why it was disgusting, and I moved on. And I don't think us talking about the same thing, the same fan fiction, I don't think me summarizing the fan fiction is plagiarizing Essence of Thought. It's not even plagiarizing Lily Orchard. It's just summarizing the main points of a fan fiction. So that stuff, I don't know.
I mean, is it not reasonable for people to have the same thoughts about the same story? It's almost like Ethel is saying that Vangelina's thoughts were Ethel's thoughts, and she's not allowed to have those thoughts. Like, literally. It's ridiculous. Yes. Yes, Kimothy. Absolutely. You know? This is crazy.
I didn't plagiarize it. Also, I feel the need to point out, I didn't see that. I didn't see them talking about Stockholm. I didn't watch the clip of them saying anything to do with, oh, maybe Lily Orchard has sent herself messages. I did not see that. I can't possibly plagiarize something that I haven't even watched. And I say this not to be mean, just to be fully honest so you understand where I'm coming from. I wouldn't have used Essence of Thought as research for my video. Because I don't...
Janelle, thank you for gifting 5. Xylie gets real memberships. Let's go. Nani got one. Hell yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Very sweet of you. Yes, 07's in the chat, please. Thank you.
Trust them as a source of information, given what I know about them and how I've seen how she goes after people and how she twists things and how she lies about things from my understanding. I don't find her trustworthy. That's my own personal opinion. I'm not saying that you have to think that. That's what I think. So in my own ethics, I wouldn't have used her as a source. I didn't need to watch her video to find out what was going on about Lily Orchard because there were plenty of other places to find that stuff out. So just to summarize the plagiarism stuff again, I didn't plagiarize the video. I didn't go and watch her video and screenshot stuff and use her work as research. Maybe some of the stuff that I found was originating from them, but I didn't realize, and that is my fault for not checking, which is why they are now going to be, and are already, a source in the Lily Orchard video, which again, I know won't make them stop. The next thing that I want to address, because this was brought up towards the end of the video, was that there was, in that video, so if you don't know, Lily Orchard is trans. I didn't reference it in the video, it wasn't relevant, but in the comments of that video, there were some transphobic comments. And I am genuinely glad that this was brought up because, well, firstly, I didn't see them, and I should have seen them. I should have garnered and assumed this is a controversial person who is trans. I should have assumed there will be transphobia in the comments, and I didn't, and that is a failing.
When I cover anybody like super controversial, I'm gonna be honest with you, I mostly don't check the comments like I normally check them, and if it's super bad, I just delete them because I know how some people are. Normally,
I just get too many to go through. Like,
yeah. Now, if it's 1,000 comments, like, how are you gonna scroll through 1,000 freaking comments? Like, come on.
That's like asking Vangelina, hey Vangelina, go subject yourself to everybody saying the worst, most ridiculous things about you on my behalf. Like,
yeah.
I can't ask anybody to do that.
No. No, when I get a lot of comments like that, like I stop. I'm like, okay, too many. I'm not checking them anymore. Boom. You know. I get upset when I see someone intentionally going after someone's livelihood, especially being self-employed. So I apologize, but I get upset with folks in the chat. You're fine, you know. Nuclear. I don't know how Chud does it. I don't know how Chud does it either.
on my part. I should have done a better job of monitoring the comments on that video, but I didn't, and I am genuinely sorry for that, and I am glad it was brought up because this is something that I needed to address. So I am very sorry that I did not monitor those comments properly. I'm very sorry that I didn't think about that. I should have thought about that. I should have done better. And in the future, I will try my hardest to do much, much better than that. I will try.
I'm sorry. She doesn't have to apologize for that. I'm sorry. I don't think she has to apologize for that.
Properly, especially on videos where there's a chance that people could be not just transphobic, but anything, you know, anything ableist or homophobic or racist or anything like that. I will do much better, and I'm very sorry for that. And I am glad that this was brought to my attention. So thank you for that one. That was quite heavy, so just to lighten things up a bit before we move on to the next part, I just wanted to address this as well because I'm now also being accused of not being Irish because I said that I'm Macedonian. And this is so not serious, but I just want to get it out of the way because it's something that
I didn't know she was Macedonian. That's what somebody said. I can't remember. Somebody in the chat the other day said.
Accused of not being Irish because I said that I'm Macedonian. And this is so not serious, but I just want to get it out of the way because it's something that I've actually been accused of before. I think it might have been to do with Eugenia Cooney. I think the Eugenia Cooney subreddit. I think somebody said this about me and I've seen it before. By the way, Ethel was not the one saying this. There was a comment. I think I have a screenshot. I'll try to find it. It'll be up on screen if I can find it. Of somebody saying that I'm lying about being Irish because I said before that I was Macedonian, and Ethel like responding to that. So I am Irish. I was born in Dublin. I lived in Ireland for most of my life. Did all my schooling here. In fact, like primary school, I actually went to a Gael school, so I speak fluent Irish. I am Irish. But at the same time, I am also Macedonian, and you may be asking how that's possible. Although, actually, to be honest, probably like most of you aren't asking that because it's fairly straightforward. But there's like just a small handful of people who can't seem to figure this out. So I just want to say it now so I don't have to address it again because it's so ridiculous. It's so unserious compared to the rest of the stuff going on in this video, but I just wanted to lighten it up a bit. Sometimes people from two different countries will have a child. So that's what happened here. My mother is Irish. My
holy shit.
That is fucking amazing. Yes. It's like I try to, you know, I pretty much say I'm half redneck, half Puerto Rican. I just say I'm Puerto Rican, though. You know? I'm half redneck, half Puerto Rican. You know? That was amazing. I love her.
Father is Macedonian. I was born and raised in Ireland, and then when I was 17, just before I turned 18, after I finished secondary school, I moved to Macedonia, and I lived there. So I am Irish. I am Macedonian, both by blood and by nationality because I have two passports. I'm a dual citizen of both Ireland and Macedonia. It's not very complicated. I think the small, tiny minority of people who are accusing me of this are going to continue to accuse me of this, but I just didn't want it to become a thing. And also it was a little bit funny, to be honest with you. So we've cleared that up. That was clearly not as serious as everything else, but I just wanted to get that out of the way. So I have some final things that I want to say. And again, I'm worried about saying them because I don't want to misconstrue anything, and I'm not trying to attack anyone, and I don't want this to turn into a thing. But I genuinely don't believe that Essence of Thought went into this in good faith.
No, absolutely
I don't know if I
not.
should say that, but I don't. The reason
I wholeheartedly agree with her. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There is no good faith there at all.
I don't. There's a lot of reasons why I don't. The first is obviously the initial contact being give me money, which came off really badly. All the while they're contacting my sponsors, trying to harm my income. They're already calling me a plagiarist without having spoken to me, and they're already writing their video about me. I also think maybe in some part this wasn't originally about me, because I'm friends with somebody that they have been harassing for years. And I think maybe this was just a way to continue to harass that other person in a small way. I might be wrong about that.
Is that what you meant, Diesel?
Yes.
So you think this has to do with Rachel Oates?
I am pretty certain it's because they're friendly with Rachel Oates. Pretty certain. They saw an easy way to get at Rachel Oates, and it just so happened to be Vangelina.
That's a level of stalking. That's a level of stalking, dude. That's crazy. Is Ethel trying to destroy Rachel Oates?
Yes. In my opinion, yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's yeah, Kay, that's kind of psychotic. That's crazy.
There's a lot of other things as well. I mean, the fact that they've said, where's the quote again so I don't misquote it? Hold on. I will make sure your reputation burns. That's clearly just saying, I'm going to smear you. I want to ruin your reputation and take away your livelihood. That's what it is. And it's hard for me to see that this might be in good faith if that's the approach that you're going to take. There was also a lot of ways that they sort of twisted things to, I guess, emotionally manipulate people who are watching into hating me more. But for things that I didn't do, besides the plagiarism, which I'm saying I didn't do, but you could argue that was a misunderstanding. Like, there's a part in their video where she's talking about how they're going through some financial difficulties, something to do with her wife's job. It's none of my business, but they said it in the video. But that was followed up by, I'm taking food from their starving mouths because I made a video on the same topic. That's just, I mean, it's making it sound like I'm depriving you of money. Like,
This is a fucking clout grab. Well, I
think it's a little more personal than a clout grab in Ethel's mind. I think Ethel is, in my opinion, crazy enough of her convictions, right? Now, there are reasons why she could be crazy enough to believe those convictions. I mean, those are also pretty varied. I don't know why Ethel has such a permanent disdain of Rachel, but again, she also accuses Rachel of having, like, blood on her hands, so...
Oh my God.
In a literal sense.
Yeah. So. This is creepy.
I'm the reason something is happening with your wife's job and the reason that you're maybe not making as much money. And I've been there, like last year, you all know I had a really rough time, and I'm maybe not fully okay now. I probably shouldn't admit this on YouTube, but I'm maybe not fully okay now, but things are better. But I'm not taking food from your starving mouths. That's a really emotionally loaded statement. And like, I am sorry you're going through a hard time. I don't want anybody to be going through a hard time, but it's got nothing to do with me. Your video was made way before my video. My video didn't take views from your video, because most views occur when a video comes up, and in the field that I'm in of YouTube, we're all making videos about the same topics. I mean, me and Marky made a video on the exact same topic on the exact same day, like 40 minutes apart. His came after mine. And neither of us feel badly about him. I actually messaged him to joke about it. Like, that was it. I was like, crazy how that happened. And that was the end of it. I won't go on that too much, but it's just really emotionally loaded. It just felt... It just didn't sit right with me. The other thing was that the thumbnail for the video was VangelinaSkov scams her patrons, which I didn't do, and that's not something that came up in the video. It was just to add an extra accusation onto me, just to make me look worse and to have people go into the video already angry.
Can we talk about that thumbnail for a second?
I didn't even notice that. Holy shit.
Hold on.
That came up in the video. It was just her patrons.
First of all, 1, can we do better with the thumbnails? Just saying. 2, okay, we did, now, to be fair, we did skip around, but Vangelina said that Ethel didn't even mention that. Why would you put that as a fucking thumbnail if you didn't even mention it in the video? There's no reason for it.
Which I didn't do, and that's not something that came up in the video. It was just to add an extra accusation onto me, just to make me look worse and to have people go into the video already angry. And she said something, if you're a member of her Patreon, do you like being played for a sucker? Because that's what she's doing. Again, like, it's just trying to... What's the word? Trying to kind of suggest accusations that just aren't in any way true. And it's also, once again, just like with the contacting my sponsors, is trying to attack my income, because you're trying to get people to...
Okay, TJ Rune said Ethel mentioned that the patrons were being scammed by her giving them plagiarized misinformation.
That's kind of a reach. Like, you're conflating two
Bro,
accusations into one.
yeah,
Right? Like...
come on.
Leave my Patreon, which if they want to do that, they can do that. Of course, like, I'm not holding them there hostage. But it's another thing to try and incite people to leave the Patreon for no reason. Just because you're saying that I'm scamming them, but I'm not. And you didn't even... Like, it's just not a thing. It's just another reason why I feel like this is bad faith. Another thing was that she said, I'm just another Illuminati. But Illuminati has been accused of abusing people, allegedly. It's just not the same thing, and that was just used because she could put it in the title, in the description, and the tags for good SEO, so if people search Illuminati, that video might come up. It's also, again, trying to suggest accusations that aren't there, to try and associate me. That's the word I'm looking for, to try and associate me with really terrible things. But I didn't do them. They also had an entire section how this affected my health. It was that they had a tooth infection and a broken foot before I even published my video.
Thank you. That has shit to do with your video. They are trying to, it's sympathy bait. That's what that was. That was sympathy bait. Feel bad for me because I was sick and I have a broken foot. Ain't got shit to do with Vangelina. Shut the fuck up about it.
Before they reached out to me or anything. And for some reason, I made it harder. It just doesn't make any sense. It feels like, again, you're trying to associate me with things that have nothing to do with me. I mean, that's the equivalent of, like, you guys know, some of you will know anyway, that I had an MRI on my back recently, right? Because I have a really bad back. I have a problem with leg pain. I have done for years at this point, over a decade. And my back was really fucked a while ago, like really bad. I couldn't sit, couldn't stand properly. It was awful. Not even a while ago, like recently. It's only just starting to get better now. So I had an MRI on my back. But this is the equivalent of me saying, here's how Essence of Thoughts video affected me. Before she contacted me, before she made a video, I had an MRI on my back. And my back hurts. And that's their fault? Like, do you understand what I'm trying to say? I really hope I'm not coming across terribly here. It's just, it just doesn't sit right. It doesn't feel right. I feel like I'm being, like, associated with things that I didn't, like, I have nothing to do with your broken foot.
She's crazy. Ethel is crazy. Ethel is literally conflating a bunch of shit in one pile. When it's not, none of them matter. It makes no sense. If Ethel has all these problems, why doesn't she just cry on Twitter or ideally go to therapy like a normal person? True. I'm pretty sure the reason Rachel had to block Evade in the first place become Ethel kept making videos on her.
I didn't run over your foot. I'm sorry you're injured. It has absolutely nothing to do with me, and it just feels like it's just trying to add as much negativity onto my name as possible to try and make sure people's emotions are heightened so they hate me as much as they possibly can because they want to watch my reputation burn. Not even watch, they want to make sure it burns. So, what am I supposed to do here? The other thing, I'm going to put a trigger warning, skip to this time that's on screen if you want to hear this, trigger warning for essay and stuff. They said, and this is just another reason why I just feel like this is just an attempt to smear me. And to make people angry at me. And again, associating me with things that have nothing to do with me. They said that they were raped as a child. And that because of that, they're even more disgusted with my actions. And I just don't understand what that has to do.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I'm glad I skipped that part because I probably would have hit the fucking roof if I would have heard that part.
Yeah, you just so happened to skip that.
I'm glad I skipped that part because I would have hit the fucking roof because that has nothing to do with what's going on right now. That's sympathy bait like a motherfucker.
It's near the beginning. I think it's in the first section.
Didn't she say 39:53?
No, that was Vangelina for this video, for her video. But near the beginning, yeah, that's Ethel compares it to that event that happened to her. I think it's in either the background section or the comments section. Yeah, I'm looking for it too.
Okay, here it is right here, 3605. Yeah, it was in the middle of this. Yeah, in the middle.
Along with all of us who have ever been made to suffer through similar violence. As someone who was raped as a child and later groomed online, I am personally disgusted by just how half-assed Scow's coverage of the topic is.
Oh, no. The original time that she says at 3 minutes 33 seconds, I immediately nuked the video, issued an apology, and got to work. I felt compelled to note that I nuked the video in spite of the fact it was, and to this day remains, one of the only times I've discussed being groomed as a 15-year-old. So it's all the way in the beginning.
Oh, so we did hear it then.
Yeah, well, I think we were commenting on something, and then you skipped ahead. You're like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Holy shit, there's even more. I immediately nuked the video, issued an apology, and got to work. I feel compelled to know that I nuked the video, in spite of the fact that it was, and to this day remains, the one and only time I discussed being groomed as a 15-year-old, along with how I was subsequently chased out of the furry fandom on YouTube after I...
Oh, because of the furry fandom. That's why.
Yeah, we got really hung up on that part because it was so outrageous.
Yeah, it threw me off with the furry fandom. Yeah, I mean, God.
With this, like, of course, I'm so sorry that happened to you. I'm genuinely so sorry that happened to you. It's not relevant. This situation has nothing to do with this. You're accusing me of plagiarism. Why are you bringing this up? And, like, I don't like to talk about my personal stuff a lot online, especially not on YouTube. Maybe every now and again I'll say the odd thing on Twitter, but I never really go into depth about stuff. I think I used to maybe share a bit more way back when people were originally starting to watch me, but I don't do it so much anymore. But like I've been through similar things in childhood. I've had terrible things happen to me as a child, but it's not relevant. It has nothing to do with this.
True. Thank you. Oh my God. I hate this drama so much. I hate this so much. I fucking hate this.
I don't get why you're bringing it up. I'm sorry I'm getting emotional. Like, I didn't actually intend to get emotional. I don't think people intend to get emotional.
You know who we need to put on this? Chris the Narc. Chris the Narc needs to look into Ethel.
We've been comparing notes.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. That's who we're deploying. All right. We're deploying Chris the Narc on this. Oh my God.
I'm trying to reel it in here. But the things that have happened to me as a child, any injuries or health issues that I'm having now, as well as the things that happened to Ethel as a child and any health issues or injuries that she's going through now, have absolutely nothing to do with her accusing me of plagiarizing her video. And it feels wrong that it's being dragged into this.
Wait a minute, Leah. Leah Bordeaux goes, I would pay for Chris coverage of this. Are you paying me? Huh? Are you paying me? Okay? Listen. You're in my chat right now. Where's my money? No, I'm just kidding. I'm a joke. Haha. It's joking. All right? Don't clip
Chris
me
streamed
out of
about
context.
it already. He might have done 2 streams on it.
Oh, Chris has already streamed about it.
Yeah.
Ha ha. I would pay for Chris to do this. But I get nothing? No, I'm just kidding. Joke. Haha. All right.
It feels... I can't find the right words. It just feels like it's trying to get people, like I said, as an emotion.
Kat was taken for 5. She's stronger than me. I would have plagiarized LTG's famous speech. LT.
Hello, dear God.
Oh, God. Well.
You should unalive yourself now.
Kat, is that the one you're talking about, Kat? Thank you for the 5.
As possible, so that they will hate me more, and to try and associate my name with things. And it's really, really unfair to try. Sorry, give me a second. I'm gonna stop this.
No, Vangelina, don't cry.
It's
no,
really
no. Okay, I can't see Vangelina cry. I can't do it. She's a sweet baby angel. Vangelina is a sweet baby angel. Well, she has been to me. She's always been very nice to me.
Fair to try and associate me with something awful and criminal that happened to you as a child, that also happened to me as a child, because I wouldn't give you money for a video that I didn't plagiarize. I admit the part of fault where I should have fully checked where all the screenshots may have originated from. I'm apologizing for that now. I'm doing my best to correct it by putting them as a source, but the accusations being made against me aren't true. I'm also going to address the transphobia that was happening in my comments and try and do better in the future, but plagiarizing your video, I didn't do that. And this is kind of like, all of this is the reason that I've been really scared of Ethel, is the fact that I've seen her.
Access for 5. Obviously, he's referring to, that's why you're upset. No BBC equals anger. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Are these your people, Diesel? Are these your people?
These are a lot of regulars, yes.
These are your people, Diesel. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the 5. I really appreciate it.
And this is kind of like, all of this is the reason that I've been really scared of Ethel, is the fact that I've seen her do this before, and she's not going to stop, and she's not going to leave me alone. And she made that very clear. I mean, she said she wants to make sure that my reputation burns. And maybe she is going to succeed, and maybe I will lose my livelihood and my job and the thing that I love doing, and maybe she will. But this is all I can say on the matter. This is really all I can say. I know for some people this isn't going to be enough of a response, but I can't say anything else. I mean, these are the facts. So I'm not going to respond to this again because they've made it very clear that they're going to continue making videos about me. She said she's going to make a video about the H-bomber guy thing. There'll probably be future updates, a response to this video. I'm not going to make this a back and forth thing. I have nothing else to say. So this will serve as my only statement. I'm sorry if for some people this isn't enough, but it is the truth of the matter. It's the facts. It's how I feel about certain things. And I can't say anything else. Again, I just want to reiterate, I know I'm sounding like a broken record. I did not go to her video, screenshot things, and take her work as my own. I did not do that. There was no ill intent or malice in anything that I did. I just was being stupid. I did not check the source of every single screenshot I got, although I will say the majority of screenshots that I used definitely were taken directly from archives and things like that. I will do better in the future. I will do better with monitoring my comments. And I don't know, yes, I am Irish and Macedonian at the same time, to try and lighten this up because I'm being like a really big baby right now. Again, if you hate me,
you're not
that's
being
okay.
a
There's a
baby,
huge amount of
stop.
people who hate me since the H-bomber guy video. I'm not here.
Okay, well, fuck those weirdos from the H-bomber guy video. Daydream, thank you for joining Just Saying Squad. Timothy, thank you for being a member for 10 months. I was a member of the Xyliarchy first. Hell yeah. Ha ha! If it was a copyright issue, why not use the copyright system? I mean, just saying. No, she's not getting obliterated. I mean, it looks like most of the comments are for her.
I mean, obviously, if you check Ethel's latest video, all the comments are against her.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Which, by the way, Ethel responds to every single comment.
Does she really?
Yeah, go on the Essence of Thought video, the first one.
This one?
Yeah, scroll down. Look at how many comments she responds to. I don't know about newest first. By now, she's probably not looking.
Sloppy as hell, probably the best summary. They constantly downplay. Alright, there's that. Oh my god.
This is recent. They're still going over it.
Hold on. Okay, here we go. I'm aware she didn't provide any evidence, though, just when, trust me, Will's also leaving out a bunch of facts, such as her threatening me with her lawyer.
Did she threaten in that video at all? I don't think she did.
Oh, she said leaving out a bunch of facts, such as her threatening me with a lawyer. So, in other words, she didn't mention the lawyer at all. In my experience, YouTube only really cares about verbatim plagiarism, which is not the majority of plagiarism takes the form of. Plagiarists also often change things around to hide what they're doing. Oh my god, Ethel, you have a problem, honey. What the fuck?
Man, James Somerton was the, Hiroshima that broke these people's brains.
Holy shit, yeah. Oh my god.
You're trying to change anybody's minds about hating me. It doesn't feel nice, obviously, but it is what it is. But I do hope you'll at least listen to what I'm saying, because this is the truth. I know my audience would never do this. I've said this so many times. I've been blessed with such a lovely audience, but I do want to say it just in case. Obviously, please do not harass or send any hate to Ethel or
Okay, do not harass or help Ethel, okay? We are only discussing Ethel in this chat alone, okay? We are not venturing away from this channel to discuss Ethel. Do not harass Ethel, okay? Are we good? Do y'all understand? Put a 1 in the chat if you understood the words that came out of my mouth. If you put anything other than a 1, I'm hiding you from the chat because Diesel, you're gone.
Wait, don't hide me. Don't hide me. I was being silly. I was being silly.
Okay, let's finish up one little last bit.
to anybody involved. To be perfectly honest, this is a courtesy that was not extended to me. Her audience did come after me, some quite viciously, others maybe not so viciously. And she never told them not to, and I've heard from people before that they tend to do this. But that aside, please do not harass or send hate to anybody. That is not what I want. I just want to explain, because I know people were confused, and I know people were disappointed. But I did not plagiarize anything, and that is that. If you still want to stick around, then thank you. If you don't, then it was nice to have you here. I'm glad you listened to me. I guess we'll all see my reputation burn, and yeah. Okay, bye.
Bye, baby. You know what? This is, I hate to say it, and they're gonna call me ableist, but this is retarded. Okay? I'm sorry. Cat was taken for 5. Ethel cast money, mancing, and it was a critical fail. Ethanol doing saving throws right now, nothing but nat 1s.
Thank God you understood that.
You know, I actually kind of do and it's because of you that I understand it. Okay, because I wouldn't have understood that had I not played D&D with you. Just saying. Thank you, Kat, for the 1. I appreciate it.
But doesn't transmisia sound like a form of spell casting? You know, it really doesn't.
Not gonna lie, it kind of sounds like a spell that my I didn't have a warlock. What was a druid? My druid would have casted.
Yes, your druid.
Which, by the way, people, my druid was the best. My druid was OP, like a mofo. Just saying. I would literally have a farm of bears and wolves fighting my battles. What's up, Toxic Dome? Yeah, this drama is really, really, really just dumb, and I kind of want to look into Ethel more now. I want to know why Vangelina is scared. Because she literally said she was scared. And I don't like that she's scared. I don't like that. Like, she doesn't deserve that. You know what I mean? Yeah? Hello?
No, I mean, yeah, of course she doesn't deserve that.
I feel like I want to look into Ethel more. And I just might.
Nani was nice enough to put together a lore list.
Yes.
Relevant links.
Yes. Yep. Nani sent it to me also. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I can't wait to get through that. I got to finish this damn video. I'm putting the video out tomorrow. And if that means I'm up till 6 a.m. editing this damn video, I'm putting it out tomorrow.
You know, that's what I say about my Yonder Dove video, but here we are 5 months later, aren't we, huh?
Bruh, I thought that video was coming out this week.
Hey, it's coming out this upcoming week, 100%.
Yeah, you sure you don't want to knock that down to like 80%?
80%. I'll take 80.
All right, guys. So we'll have the Andre Dev video next month.
Oh God. No,
maybe.
No. Okay, Diorio. It'll be worth the wait. Fuck you. or Diorio delivered eventually. Okay.
He did. It only took him 2 years. Yeah.
I'll be quicker than 2 years. I promise.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I feel like Ethel, there's something really wrong with Ethel. There's just gotta be something wrong with her. Like, what? She's very, obsessed. She seems
Rachel notes on the 1st of October.
Oh my God, stop. She seems very obsessed.
Yeah, I mean, obsessed would be an understatement. Like, lives rent free, like a fixation even. Like the newest video being tied with Skov and Rachel Oates is a bit outrageous.
It's kind of telling, though, huh? I mean, that kind of backs up the claim of putting those two together, and that's why she's going after Vangelina. She's kind of showing her hand with that thumbnail, honestly, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look at that, and let's see if there's anything I can use in it. And we might go over that video maybe Monday. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I'm putting out my video tomorrow. I don't give a shit if I'm going to have to be up all day.
At least you'll be on time.
Huh?
At least you'll be on time.
Well, I don't do videos, so haha. I don't have any big expectations. Of course, your video is going to be super long, though.
I mean, you've seen bits and bobs.
Yeah. I can't wait for it to come out. And I'm going to have to probably react to your video in like 2 parts.
Yeah. Yeah. Now we're gassing it up. Now you're making the expectations even worse.
Listen, all I want to say is it's going to be good, guys. Oh, I forgot to ask, Xylie Gets Real want screenshots of her Discord? I mean, sure.
Oh, they are really funny, Xylie.
Sure. You know my Discord, Nani. Send them over. Does Xylie wear that earring like the last video?
The sword one? I mean, I'll wear it. I haven't recorded it, so I'll make sure to wear it.
Your audience is way too in love with you.
Yeah.
Way too in love with you. You know what? I think that's what they do. They come here to be abused, okay? To be verbally abused here, and then they go to you to be like all snuggled and stuff.
I'm the aftercare streamer.
You're the aftercare streamer. Exactly.
Ooh.
Oh my god, I just came from Xylie's stream. I need lovin's. Yeah, Cloudy said, yeah, I have both mommy and daddy problems. Oh my god. All right, well, I think I'm going to end the live stream because I have got to get this editing done. I'll probably be popping in Discord to do that anyway, so I can talk to people while I do it. Thank you for coming on, though, and explaining things, because I had no idea that Essence of Thought was like that.
Ooh, I am a Ethel Pack watcher. Little Guys Incorporated is waiting on her downfall.
Have you been streaming about Ethel?
Yeah, the last 2 streams were just Ethel related.
Okay.
Going over her past.
Oh. Well, check out Diesel's stream. Put your link in the chat of your YouTube channel for the people that aren't your people already in here. Don't mess with the little guys. Although I think half your audience is in here, right? Or half the audience right now is your audience.
Oh, I did ping Little Guys Incorporated the server. So.
Oh, that's why. I was like, where'd they come from?
Yeah.
Yes, Diesel does stream, Cat. I know you know that because you're always in there. Y'all make sure to check out Diesel. For those of you who are in here that don't know his work, Diesel he's an alright guy. Actually, he's a really good friend of the channel. Diesel's my homie. And my game master when I actually play D&D.
Yeah, it's got to happen soon. Got to do it on stream with you, Xylie.
Oh, that would be so fun as long as we do the magical type and I get to be my druid.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I miss her so much.
Probably Beckett. I don't know who else.
I would love to play a game with Beckett.
Beckett would be great. I was watching him before I hopped on.
Oh, were you? Yeah, he's going over some shit, bro. I don't know how he's doing what he's doing.
I was very confusing, and they said a lot of crazy things.
He is going over that art commentary community about Lio Convoy and Hopeless Peaches, and oh my god. I don't want anybody to talk about how unhinged the commentary community is ever again.
It could always be worse.
Yes, and that is the art commentary community. Because they're crazy over there. They're legit crazy. Yeah, Beckett's doing the Lord work. 100%. They're crazy. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for coming out. Diesel, thank you for joining. I'll see you in the Discord later.
All right. Later, Xylie.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. I love Diesel. Diesel's awesome. He's a pain in my ass, and don't y'all dare tell him that I said that. He's a pain in my ass. He thinks he's cute. He ain't cute. Diesel is not cute. I don't know what Cloudy's thinking when it comes to Diesel. Listen, it's between us and how many people is in here? There is 275 of us. I expect y'all to keep that secret of what I just said. Okay? Y'all better keep that damn secret. Goodbye.
Cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself and my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. That energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic. Ain't no